Alright, and now it's the next morning where I deal with the sleep deprivation from my poor choices yesterday. I'm fine. Back to the Yakuza marathon. Not large man. Ah, damn it. I'm often wrong about who is the icon's going to go to each time I press a button. Which is a little awkward in situations like that where you're like specifically incentivized to pick that guy as fast as possible before he gets back up. Oh well. Magic plus 5. It's a little funny in the game. It's like, you gain 3 magic. Magic plus 5 due to roll level up. I'm like, I know, that's what the 3 magic was from. That's just what leveling is. Maybe the other level, maybe the other stats are randomized, like in Fire Emblem.
Hey, somebody help!
Huh? Just shut up and hand over your wallet!
Damn, the game's even calling him out as being worthless. Come on, people. Seeing this shit makes me sick.
Hey, don't you punks have anything better to do with your lives?
Huh? Who the fuck are you? Oh, perfect timing. You're with parttimehero.com, right?
Part-time hero? You lost me.
I don't know what your problem is, but if you're trying to be a hero, your ass is going down!
I'm ready. Here we go.
Aha, you see. You see, you fool. You thought you were doing the main story when you went to the main story icon, but it's actually another sub-story. It's yet another subsystem of the open world. You'll never guess. Damn. I don't know how it reached that guy. So me swinging a bat around can hit that guy. But this guy doing an entire AoE of fire can't even hit the guy right next to him. I need this guy to unlock a better explosion ability if he's going to be the team's mage. Like, I'm begging him. Alright, well we knew this was going to come for a while. Ooh, Hero's Vigor, that's new. We knew this was coming for a while because it's been in my pause menu. It's just been a grayed out setting, but holy crap. The Yakuza bloat is real with this game. Like, I think this might have been similar in Judgment also, but oh my goodness, there are so many systems and they have to introduce almost all of them over the course of chapters 3 and 4 to the point of, like, these chapters are probably like 4 times longer than the rest of the game's chapters. He's dead.
You really kicked ass back there. Thanks, parttimehero.com.
Still don't know what this hero thing you're talking about is.
What? You mean Part-Time Hero didn't send you?
Ta-da-ta-da! Never fear. Part-Time Hero is here.
Huh?
So this year's our bad guy, huh? Just look at him. Yep. Got the classic thug tells. Money-hungry gaze, low-life outfit. What is it with that hair? Looks like he set off a bomb in front of his face.
Actually, this guy right here, he...
Say not another word. For the glory of part-time heroes everywhere, I will vanquish this villain post-haste. Now put up your dukes. I'm no stranger to fisticuffs. The battle is on.
Oh no, he's stupid. Ah! Well, that punch got me quick, admittedly. Come on, do it correctly. Yay! Smack! Ooh, double hit. She can get a second hit in before the guy even gets back up. Okay, so he learned how to do that at some point. That's interesting. I don't know what it is. This is strike fear into your enemy. Provoke all enemies, which may leave them in a rage. Just it's his big tank button.
I'm not backing down.
I think he gained an ability that makes him more likely to follow up when somebody else gets downed when it's not his turn. Although maybe it's only when his turn's about to happen, because it seems to be like the 2 times I've noticed it was when his turn was about to happen, but he still gets his turn. Whereas other characters, you have to use their whole turn doing the attack that takes advantage of them being down.
You're no ordinary thug, are you?
I'm not a thug at all, man.
He's right. This guy here, he rescued me just now.
He rescued you? What are you trying to say? So it was all just a big misunderstanding. Sorry about that. I can't do much in the way of an apology, but I'd be happy to treat you to some tea or what have you.
How's that make up for anything? I went through 2 fights just now.
You know what? You're right. I beg your pardon. Maybe I should introduce myself. I'm the president of Part-Time Hero Incorporated. Please call me Hero. Fun fact, I named this company both after myself and the concept of a hero. So clever, I know.
Okay, I'll ask again. What is this part-time hero thing?
PartTimeHero.com offers a revolutionary service that puts you in touch with a hero, all from the comfort of your smartphone.
So it's pound mates.
Puts you in touch with a hero?
That's what we call you when you register. You'll be taking on quests that people in need post. Upon accepting, it's your job to dash onto the scene and save the day. The concept is, well, it's an odd job service anyone can use. And it doesn't take much to start. You could choose to find pets or people if you'd rather stay out of trouble. I promise, it's rewarding work.
Huh. I gotta ask though, why make this service if there are already others like it? What sets you guys apart?
Well, what really sets us apart? It's our mission to clean up the town, stopping trouble before it starts.
So it's like bounty hunting then?
In a way, yes. What you did just now, fighting off those thugs, that was actually a quest posted by a client. Ijincho, as you know, has an exorbitantly high crime rate. That's why I started this thing up. And what do you know? It works!
Makes sense. Now I know why that guy thought I was all part-time heroed out.
Well, that's another thing. The fact that there are still good, honest people like you out there, it reassures me. I'd say you're one of the few real heroes left in the world.
Yeah, all I did was punch a guy who was starting to piss me off. Anyway, see ya.
Also, I'm a full-time hero.
Wait,
Just so we're
please,
clear.
just a minute.
What now?
Well, if it's not too much to ask, would you be willing to work for me as a part-time hero?
So you want me as your muscle? That it?
Essentially. We've been getting rave reviews, so we always have an influx of new quests. But since true heroes are in short supply, it means we're short-staffed. The biggest struggle is finding someone capable of actually winning a fight. Since these heroes are rare, a lot of our clients are still in desperate need of help. This city is full of crime. People just don't know what's waiting for them out there. Believe me, I want to help as much as I can, but I'm only one man.
And that's where I come in, huh?
You've got more than what it takes. Above all, you look out for the little guy and let no evil go unpunished. We need people like you. At my company and on the streets, you'll receive compensation, of course. It's a job that feels satisfying and pays well. So what do you say? Will you keep this city safe for all of us?
Doesn't sound like such a bad gig. Plus I get paid. May as well give it a try.
Alright, sign me up. Not sure how much help I can be, but why the hell not?
That's what I like to hear. Okay then, let's rescue this city together.
Looking forward to it. Oh, and I'm Ichiban Kasuga.
Kasuga-san! Got it. Then allow me to fill you in on the details.
Completing part-time hero quests will net you rewards such as money and items. Quests will be automatically received depending on the state of your progress. These can be checked under the part-time heroes quest in the pause menu. Just in case you thought there weren't enough side quests with there being 52, here's the Skyrim Radiant quests, basically, if I remember correctly. Support quests include delivery quests, in which you'll be tasked with delivering specific items, while rescue quests include takedown quests, in which you'll need to defeat specific enemies throughout the city. Upon completing these tasks, report back to the reps at locations such as convenience stores to mark the quest as completed. However, urgent takedown and delivery quests do not need to be reported to the reps. Simply talk to the person who helped to mark the quest as completed. Each quest you complete earns you member points. Collect these points to improve Kasuga's member rank, getting access to special weapons and more rewarding quests. Take on tougher quests to earn more member points at once. Challenge quests involve various missions based on everyday tasks, and when they are completed, your personality will improve in accordance with each entry. Rewards for challenge quests completed before meeting hero will automatically be added.
And that's about it. Now get out there and save the day, hero. Right on.
I like where this is going. Could always use some extra cash.
He's got cats.
It's nice being called a hero.
I like being called a hero. A decent number of these side quests are barely. Oh my god. Heroic hero and nameless. I'm getting a bunch of personality upgrades from like achievement milestones. Hobo. Dick. What? Johnny be good? Standing firm? What the fuck? Chatty? Okay, so the game has like an achievement list, but it was just unlocked now? Because the achievements are tied to part-time heroes menu or something? And unlocking certain ones makes me get even more personality points? 1,000 stash seekers? What are my 1,000 stashes? Oh my goodness, there's so many enemies in the street. It's a bit out of hand. I guess I gotta fight past that direction to get there anyway. Oh, there's a part-time hero thingy, and there's one. They're just fucking everywhere now. The game is officially bloated. Oh my goodness. How many things have I achieved? I'm only in chapter 4. This menu keeps going? Competent? Alright, part-time hero. Support, rescue, and challenge. Okay, so this is the challenge menu. Talk to people in the city 30 times. 150 times. Dine out 10 times. I haven't even done that yet because the food is just so poorly... The food is so poorly justified in this game because it's so hard to actually get a combo for bonus experience without looking it up. And it's expensive because you're a bum with like no money, but also you guys level up constantly, so they keep refilling their meters by accident, and there's also free healing stations in the level, so like, just the very concept of eating out just doesn't work the way it does in any other games that much. There's no hunger meter. It's half the reason why you would do that. I cannot believe it's still going. And now it's doing all of my achievements for maxing out being a can guy, I guess. Use the treasure hunt skill to amass 5,000 yen. Oh. Yeah, I guess so. It just keeps going. Harbor Light homie. Eat and drink everything in the Harbor Light. Ah, there's the one. Inevitably, there's the achievements that just say max out every single menu. And that's just once you have money, you just start buying every item at every menu just for the sake of being a completionist there. Which technically gives you a bonus, although who knows if it's any good. My thing I'm thinking about is that they keep giving us these bonuses for personality, and so I'm trying to level it up because it's like a big part of your character's like overall level or whatever. But I can't help but think that like, what if it's not even a big deal? Like, I have like so far I think I have one ability on my entire character that even feeds into one of my personality traits, and it's an ability that I'm not even that tempted to use. Because like if you use this, maybe one of your enemies will run away, and I'm like, okay, or I can kill them, or I can multi-target kill them all at once. Okay, so I have like these like first 10 are all just for cans. Run into other can collectors 10 times, 30 times, 50 times. Collect 10,000 cans. And then just beat the 3 difficulties. Yep. And this one's for beating the race car stuff. This is for the car stuff. Or the driving stuff. As they still want me to go back. I need to repel 1,500 rams. I beat them all my first try, so I didn't actually finish the other overall goals. Picture show, pals. Watch it with a friend for another bonus. Jack a few trades. Get a 5th class completed. So these are just bonuses. I guess these further emphasize why I was getting so little progress on my skills. They introduced it being based on dialogue, and then there's relatively few chances for dialogue to actually do that because you level them up at vocational schools, and you level them up at cinemas, and now you find out that you level them up via these passive achievements, and suddenly it makes sense that it was taking so long to get anywhere. Now I'm at 6 kindness. Jeez. When it does come to dialogue choices, I feel like by default, I keep wanting to just I guess roleplay and pick like the right choice during conversations and try to be nice and so on. I played the I intentionally chose the goofier option with the bum guy because I was like, I can't keep picking kindness, right? It's gonna max out and then I won't be able to get points for it. But it feels weird to pick stuff not because of maxing it. Like, it feels weird to pick the wrong dialogue option on purpose and be like kind of a dick or something. But just because you want to grind a different stat. But although maybe it might be Geralt's territory where it's all supposed to be within Kasuga's personality, and there isn't really like he's gonna be like randomly an asshole necessarily. Although he in the intro, 20 years ago before prison at least, he did seem pretty prone. Nanba. I keep fucking losing his name in my brain. Nanba Adachi Saeko. Oichi Adachi Saeko Mukoto. The names are all over the place in what I used to using, huh? He's always called Adachi, but I feel like she's usually always called Saeko. Is this a gender thing? But Nanba only goes by one name so far. The personalities are still going for now, but we'll see if it gets locked at level 1, like was suggested elsewhere. Okay, let's get back to the plot. And beat these guys up, because they're in my way, and every single direction I can go in has enemies. That was such a deluge of experience all at once, I didn't even get to appreciate what I actually got. Big hit. I hit basically everyone. So you're walking into traffic. Ah! They're faster than me. You missed me. No, use your mage powers to resist mage power. Where's the weakest guy? That guy probably. Oh, okay, nope. I haven't fallen that for a long time. Mage War. They're all spread out now. Yeah, I don't even know if I can block that. I keep trying. It's a weird ability, obviously. They might have said that mage abilities can't be blocked. Back at the beginning with my guy. Not totes sure. When do I get the golden one? Keep seeing that icon every time I come around here. This isn't exactly what I pictured. The image I've always had of Yokohama is kind of loud and flashy like Chinatown. Shut it, Ichiban. Huh? You moron? Huh? Whoa, what crawled up your asses all of a sudden? Don't even mention Chinatown around here. Huh? The Chinatown you're thinking of is basically a tourist attraction on the other side of the station. The people living there are the same ones who got driven out of that area not too long ago. Living here. So you're saying that there was a turf war in Chinatown? What are they, Yakuza?
Okay.
Truth isn't far off. After the war, Chinatown was still raking it in, while the Chinese living here were scavenging for scraps. The gap was so drastic, they felt they deserved to be in on the action, even if they had to take it by force. But that didn't exactly work out. That grudge has simmered for all those years, and to this day, it's the backbone of the Yokohama Liumang.
Wow.
Jeez. The people here are basically the descendants of the ones who got run out of Chinatown. They lost the war, they had nowhere to go. So, talking like a dumbass is gonna make even the Commonwealth glare at you, not to mention Liumang.
Okay.
I get it. I'll keep my mouth shut about Chinatown.
Yo.
Just remember, we're in Liumang's turf now. Don't let on that you're trying to catch Mabuchi. Start with some small talk so nobody gets suspicious. Then, when you see the opportunity to ask about Mabuchi, go for it. We clear?
Got it.
Okay. Oh. And there's a few different prompts around here. Hello. Wow, this town's so scenic. Scenic? Yeah, the buildings have an old school feel to them. I bet I could get some pretty sweet pics. Not to be rude, but I wouldn't do that if I were you. If you start wandering around Restaurant Row with a camera, is that bad? You saying someone rough might pop out? And by that you wouldn't happen to mean the Yokohama Liumang. Hey, wait. Smooth, buddy. He's very smart. You alright? Hello, sneaky item. A nail. What do I?
Hey.
Good evening. My man, you are totally ripped. Impressive. Right? Working out every day pays off. You gotta be tough in my line of work. So you, work behind the scenes? Yup, that's right. But if you're in Restaurant Row, that must mean you're I'm a theater stagehand. It's as I, Legoshi, Wolfman. Legoshi Beastars. People will think working backstage is easy, but you gotta be pretty fit to do all that heavy lifting. Dang, I was gonna guess you were Liumang. Sorry? This is the Yokohama Liumang's turf, isn't it? Would you happen to know where their boss Mabuchi is? Go home, man. Hey, hold on. You were told specifically not to say that. Like, you had clear instructions. Why are you so bad at this? Ah, abandoned meat stall. This seems safe. I go in here? Nope. Those kind of spaces are really eerie. There's just like a tiny opening between some buildings.
Hey.
Good evening. Good evening. I'm an abandoned child standing alone in the street at night. So, hey, so which one's better? Bean paste buns or steamed buns? Steamed buns! Okay, what about steamed bun versus Chinese buns? Chinese buns! Okay, but when it comes to fruit filling, would you choose melon or Liumango? Huh? Liumango? I mean, you have to have heard of the Yokohama Liumang, right? Mommy, this man is weird. Uh-huh. Correct.
Damn.
Damn it, forget Mabuchi. They won't even talk about the Liumang. That's just how loyal they are, I guess. Don't feel like we're gonna get to Mabuchi at this rate. Don't throw in the towel yet, man. We've barely even started asking around.
Hold on.
Well, maybe not the results we wanted, but it looks like it was effective all the same. They're here to kill us. We're going to die. Liumang. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Listen.
You might want to get back. Far back. Why? What do you mean, why? This is dangerous for a woman.
Hey,
Oh, because I'm a woman, it's dangerous. That's how it is? Psh, don't need to tear me a new one. Do what you want. Are you the Japanese one sniffing around Liumang? What do you mean? We just wanted some authentic food. Don't fuck with me. What's your game?
No.
You've got the wrong people. We have no clue what you're talking about. He's right. He just wanted to find a good spot to get some grub. Well, shall we get back on the hunt?
Hey.
Come on, let's just go. They aren't gonna let us leave. May as well drop the act. Hey. Why are you snooping around for us? Tell me straight.
Okay.
Fine. I'm an honest guy, so I'll level with you. The owner of the soapland I was working at got killed. And it sounds like your boss, Mabuchi, played a part in that. So tell me where he is. Oh my god, can you be any more direct? No? At least... No? At least it saves us trouble from asking around, doesn't it? This again? Give me a break. So that's what you're after. Hey! That was the signal, is hey. Then a whole swarm of people all spawn at once. If that's the reaction we're getting, I'd say Mabuchi is looking more and more guilty.
yeah.
Nice! Guys, is this really the time for that?
Hey,
Oh, be quiet. I was ready for this ages ago. You gonna man up or what? Scary. Hey. Call up the guy at Plum Garden. Tell him to sharpen his knives for a skinning. Once you tear their filthy skins off, use them for manju. Oh. Human manju. So creative. It's the way of the Liumang to skin our victims alive. Don't worry, you black out and forget the pain pretty quick. Hell of a threat. Now come on. And they're like level 8. Or 30.
right.
14, okay. Do. Time to continue to overbuff the strong boy.
Pull it together, gentlemen.
Woo? Hero's Vigor.
Down.
Make a valiant effort to revive a fallen ally. That's quite an ability to have now.
You're gonna get stomped.
Okay, that's the biggest group of people at once. Could have probably aimed that a little better. No! That didn't make contact with anybody else? Man. Ah.
I know about this. You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Nobody is clustered. Alright. You get big boom. I think they might just attack who's ever closest, but I'm not sure. But I'm hoping to not have her get wiped out this turn. Okay, seems unlikely. Ow.
We'll fight to the end.
I got this. Let's get it done.
Got him. There's the big hit. You double leveled.
Nice.
And now I don't have to heal her. Haha. Yeah, HP +9, +10 for job rank up. But this is the level up from your job screen, isn't it? This is what happens when you level up both. Got pleading beam and powder puff press. Uh-huh. Those sure. It's just very funny because you're just like, man, literally all you're thinking about when you come up with abilities for her is she's the girl. She has girl attacks. A pleading beam and powder puff press. Not like she knows Taekwondo or something. Even her one ability that's like a boxing thing is like, I learned this from like a class. I did a little like exercise class. You're like, come on. It doesn't have to exclusively be gendered. It's like all they're thinking about with every ability.
Hey.
Okay, enough. Where's Mabuji's hideout? Talk. If you're gonna kill me, get it over with. What? You won't find a single Leo monk soft enough to give up our brothers because of a little pressure. Not even if you kill us. Oh, bullshit.
Yo.
Cut it out. Well, now that's not gonna work. Man, not a single one talked. Talk about being faithful. The Yakuza could learn a thing or two from them. Yeah. When people hit rock bottom, loyalty's all you got left sometimes.
Hey.
Yes, it's all very impressive, but how are we gonna find Mabuchi now? If they don't even come out in public and won't talk when we do catch them. It's too bad there's not some scrubby Liu Meng who's not really feeling the gangster thing who'd betray them at the drop of a hat. I can think of one. Really? There is one scrubby Liu Meng who's not into it. Remember that guy who tried to shake us down? Oh, Zhang, that's right. He's a Liu Meng too. Who's Zhang, a friend of yours? Just this asshole who collected protection money from us back at the homeless camp. He's greedy as hell. A little cash would probably go a long way. So where do we find this Zhang guy? Wish I could tell you, but... There he is! Of course. That shiny scalped loser. That's him, alright. Never thought I'd find him this quickly. Never thought I'd find him this quickly. I've still got it. It was a coincidence, man. Come on. Can't you let me have even one thing? Zhang, huh? I don't know. He looked pretty into the job. Don't judge a book by its cover. The bigger they're acting, the less they're packing. Whoa, you can tell it just by looking at him from behind? More or less. Why are you getting all flustered? Let's just go talk to him. Where was the... This is the theater. So I guess we crossed the street, right? Like down here, I think, was where the soapland was? Yeah. Okay. I was briefly like, we're just going up the street. Like, at first I thought this was where the soapland was. I'm like, how is this Yakuza territory, but this was Chinese territory, but I'm like, okay, no, it's either side of this highway. Got it. I mean, if they are packing, then you can tell from a glance from behind, but, you know, it's fine.
Got a room for a party of 4?
Sir, did anyone refer you to us?
Nah, we were just passing by. Thought the place looked good.
I'm sorry, but this bar is members only. You need a referral from one of our existing customers, or from a hostess.
Really? This place doesn't look anywhere near fancy enough for all that.
Regardless of how it looks, you still need a membership to enter, so I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait, can you just sign us up for the membership?
I'm not able to do that either. And may I ask, are you with the police?
What makes you think that?
I've been in this job long enough to know a cop when I see one. Is our establishment under suspicion of anything?
What, like hiring illegal immigrants? Was that what you're worried about? Rest easy. We're not with police or immigration.
I hope not. But even if you aren't, rules are still rules. I can't make any exceptions. I really must ask you to leave.
Wait, didn't you say a hostess can give a referral?
That's correct. Do you know someone who works here?
No, but how about this? I will work as a hostess here starting right now. And I'll give my referral to these 3. How about that?
Huh?
We're a Chinese pub, so our hostesses must either be Chinese or of Chinese descent.
Well, I was born in Japan, but my parents are Chinese. So rest assured, I am very much of Chinese descent, my new fellow coworker.
You sure that's true?
Isn't this decision a bit above your pay grade? And you're accusing me of lying?
Oh, I didn't mean it like that.
I hope not. Now let me talk to the manager, please. I need to tell him how you turned away a fantastic hostess, and even worse, dismissed her heritage.
Wait, I get it, okay? Let me go talk to the manager. You still have to pass an interview to be hired on a trial basis.
Of course. I'm ready when the manager is.
Are you sure about going in alone like this? It's the enemy's home base. You never know what could happen.
You guys have already been risking your lives. I'm ready to join the club. And don't worry, I can take care of myself.
All right. But be careful, will ya?
I will. I've dealt with a lot of trouble in my years of hostessing. I'll call you once I'm in.
Is this really gonna work?
Well, let's have a little faith in Sachan.
Well, Kasuga's got a point. Let's just wait here. Wait for her to get in touch.
Hey,
Might as well. We might end up having to fight Zhang, so let's be ready for that. Good point. Our weapons are just things we picked up off the street. I don't like our odds here. They keep trying to write things about the narrative, about like my situation, like my money and my equipment, and it's constantly wrong. I have 100,000 yen weapon on my main character. You got anything better? We were broken unemployed until a few days ago. I'd get new shit for everyone if it didn't cost so much damn money. Well, actually, I remember hearing about a factory in the red light district with an engineer who's got an eye for that. If we asked him, maybe he'd make us some better stuff.
Okay.
And it's probably cheaper than just buying new stuff. Cool, let's check out this factory while we wait for Saeko then. The weapon merchant, ugh. I really dislike the weapon merchant in each game. Because I'm like, how do you farm? How do you farm resources in these games? I don't understand.
It's been a while since I started coming here. You wouldn't believe the movies they show. But man, even Even thinking about it makes me sleepy. Wonder why that is. Either way, I really dig the atmosphere. It's a great way to kill a couple hours.
Sir, you have ADHD. I think you can... So it seems like you can walk around still. I think you just can't... I think that the 2 breaks where you can't get in a fight and you can't pause the game. Okay, this is a unique fight that I haven't done, I don't think. Oh, there's more. I wasn't expecting more. Yeah, I really dislike the weapon merchants because they require really specific esoteric items in order to do anything. So it's like when it's like getting to the Great Fairies in Breath of the Wild, where you're like, I need a what? But in Breath of the Wild, you've been compulsively picking up a bunch of garbage all the time, because that's just what you do. So you probably can do some of the upgrades in some of the menu to give you a foothold, and you could probably... That guy, another sign guy. And you probably have some idea of how to get more of whatever you need. But my experience with Yakuza is constantly like, they're like, you need another lumber, and I'm like, what? Do I punch the lumber Yakuza for that? Like, what are you talking about? Oh, they aggro through the wall. Here, I was trying to find that one glowing item from last time that was in here. The Pimp Master. It's when the game's like, you need more blah blahs to craft blah blah blah. I'm like, I have no idea how to get that. What am I supposed to do? And so it's just been a system where it's felt just as impenetrable to me as Mahjong, where it comes up in like every single game practically. Since like for the majority of the series now, and I consistently like can't really craft anything, and I check back in throughout the entire game, and I can never, nothing ever becomes available, even from all the items I'm picking up throughout the game. Just feels like a bit try hard for what it is. I need to break open the wikis or something, but we'll see what it's like now. There's that workshop Adachi was talking about.
Here? Hey, excuse me.
You need something?
I heard you could fix bats. Do you, work here?
Yep. I'm Sumire-sawa. I run this place, if you can believe that.
You're the manager?
What? Having second thoughts because the manager's a girl?
No, not really.
So, this what you want fixed? This bat? Looks to me like it's been sitting around for a while. It's pretty rusty, too.
I already replaced it with the 100,000 yen bat this game.
Yeah, it's something I picked up. Still, it's special to me.
It's not. I replaced it ages ago.
Hold on. This bat. Is this from the Hero series?
Huh? The hell's that?
It's a really, really rare bat that was only in production for a limited time thanks to the manufacturer going bankrupt. I can't believe I'm seeing one with my own eyes. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Please let me fix it. Just this once. I promise I'll make it special. I'll even do it for free.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, fixing up something as rare as this would be a dream come true. I'd be honored.
Hey, thanks.
Great! I'll get to work right away.
It's gonna get upgraded and it's still gonna be weaker, isn't it?
Holy shit, let's do this!
Oh.
The voice actors are having fun.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Phew.
That's some energy you got.
I used to be a bit of a punk, so I tend to get pretty riled up about stuff. Anyway, here. Thanks for waiting.
Yo, that thing looks like it's brand new!
And that's not all. To make sure it won't get all dinged up in the future, I added a special coating. That little beauty should be harder and more durable than ever.
Thanks. I'll put it to good use. You sure are talented, you know that?
Well, I definitely know how to fix things. Management's a different story, though.
Yeah, now that you mention it, this place is pretty empty. I'm guessing you haven't been getting much business.
Much? Try none at all. Nowadays, it's normal to toss clothes and things out if they're ripped or broken or whatever. People don't really get things fixed anymore. And as much as my dad tried to keep this place going, he wasn't very good at it. He wasn't good with money and got in a lot of debt. Had to sell most of our machinery to pay it off. So, pretty much all that's left is the stuff no one would buy. That limited what jobs we could take, and as a result, we kept losing more and more business.
That's rough.
But I really love this job. I love being here. My granddad, who opened this place, was a really skilled technician. He's been a constant inspiration to me, even long after he passed away. This place is all I have left of him, and I don't want to lose it. My dad may have thrown in the towel, but that doesn't mean I can't keep trying. I think I might be at my limit, though. I guess we're just in a time where we're not needed anymore. Me or this shop.
Yeah, well, I don't know about all that. But look at it this way. You've been doing the best you possibly can. And maybe you're at rock bottom right now, but that doesn't mean you won't make it out eventually, right?
Huh?
I mean, maybe it ain't all that convincing coming from a guy who just barely got out of being homeless. But at the very least, I plan to keep coming back here to have you work on shit for me. Don't forget that, alright?
You've got a lot of spirit. Don't see that too much anymore. What's your name?
Ichiban Kasuga.
All right, Kasuga-san. If you really mean that, then you're welcome anytime. Whether it's a bat or something else, I'll make it better than new. But this time's the only free one, okay?
Yeah, sure. I'll be counting on you, Sumire-chan.
You can craft and enhance your weapons and gear at the Romance Workshop. It's called the Romance Work, of course. Scavenging the streets for materials and investigating the workshop's amenities will allow you to craft a wider variety of gear. Be sure to take full advantage of the workshop and improve your arsenal. This game has a surprising number of fake sub-stories. Like, it's just like the mandatory way through the game, and you have one conversation, and it's like, you did a sub-story! I'm like, okay, is that gonna be 10 of the 50? That's kind of surprising. I aced the interview. I'm about to start serving customers, so you guys swing by when you're ready. I'll make sure you get in if you name drop me. Okay. This feels like a security breach for them, but okay. Iron sharpens iron. Okay. Gear. Ichiban. Iron Club. Self-proclaimed heroes bat +1. Wow. Now it's only a downgrade of 56 damage. That is probably pretty good though. It does 30 attack now. It's less than the metal bat. Yeah, it's still universally a downgrade from the metal bat, so it was already replaced by something I found, and still isn't better than that. Although maybe I wouldn't put it past a game like this to be like, if you keep upgrading this, it becomes the best weapon in the entire game. It turns into the Master Sword or something. But I also fully expect that I will not have what it takes to figure out how to do that myself. There's something funny about them playing the sad music. Ooh, thick parka. 15 defense. There's something funny about them playing the sad music. I guess they just don't need somebody to create horrible melee weapons for the streets anymore. Like, it's a sad thing, but you're like, maybe it's good. Maybe it's good, actually, that we're not doing that anymore. That seems like it's bad for everyone. Cotton gloves. 10 dexterity. Awaken, let's see. Yeah, can't be stunned. Yeah, okay, so I have a 10 dex weapon mixed in with the other stuff now. Craft a weapon. Flaming lumber. It's weaker than my current weapon, but stronger than other stuff, and technically I have the parts for it. I don't have the 5 scorpions to make a thundercrack bat. This is actually stronger. If I had 5 scorpions, I could actually make a weapon stronger than my current one. It's kind of wild. This one needs a Semidyne Super X. 10 of them? What the fuck is that? I don't know. The Poison Cane. Plus 37 damage would be nice. Normal attacks might cause poison, which isn't the biggest priority. Your facility rank is not high enough. I need to level up the building? The what? This needs moths and spiders. Where am I gonna find moths? The icy traffic wand? Do I have the stuff to upgrade this guy's weapon again? Boost damage done by cold type attacks. Does he... Do we get cold type attacks? What are you talking about? I don't understand. Lightning bandages, some stuff for a character we don't have. I think. Anklet. It's our weapons, right? Yeah. So anklets are weapons. Is it like a kickboxer? Or like some variation of other sport? Yeah, there's the wine thing again. So you can be like a bastard soda? Uh-huh. And then strengthen weapon. Maybe it would make me weaker. I think it's because I'm not currently equipping that weapon. Will any of these make anyone stronger? Is this game pulling that thing where you can only upgrade items that nobody is currently equipping? Because that's really annoying, actually. Like, none of everyone's current weapons are listed here, so I should make... Should I make everybody wear a weaker thing? Because that's really dumb if that's the way this works. That's just an unnecessary annoyance. No? Ah, God. Jesus. That was just like a feedback loop of bad things happening in my face. So it looks like you can just only upgrade certain things in the entire game. And none of my characters are currently using gear you can even equip. Or you can even upgrade. So I could try to upgrade this carbon police baton, but I have no indication of how strong it can get. Only, like, I can upgrade it once, but I don't know, like, what the next upgrade will be like, or if it'll require me to get a new workshop rank or something. Which is rough. A pirate hat. If only you could actually see any of these items on them. Actually, maybe not. Maybe we don't want to see all that stuff. A rainbow hat. It's the bigliest number I can get. Oh, stuff that I can't craft yet, obviously. Mirage coat. It costs 100,000 yen. I have the parts for it, but I can't afford it. So some of the stuff is not that much cheaper overall. Jeez. So it wouldn't hurt to get some more parts. So I guess blue is anything I don't have the stuff for, including money, and then white I can afford. So you can see that stuff at a glance. Better shin guards for people, but they cost 30 grand. What did some of these weapons cost? Okay, first of all, let's put our weapons back on. Before I accidentally buy something that's not an upgrade. This one stood out to me a little bit. Ah. Okay, so it's a little... It's rough that I keep replacing this guy's weapon over and over again, but sure, Icy Traffic Wand. We have the parts for it. It gives me +7 attack, and it creates... I don't know, boost the damage of cold type attacks. I don't know if that means that it'll do cold type in addition to that. I don't know what to think about that exactly. A fascination bag. So here we have a 99 attack, but you need to have an upgraded... It's like the priority here is I would like to get upgrades for my lady, because she's the one who doesn't have the ability to do anything, but stuff's just locked anyway. Well, I guess I need cow attack 0. I think I can buy that at the store, though. Anyway, this can get complicated really quickly. But for the most part, it's kind of a dead end where I can't upgrade anything. There's these middle shin guards, but they'll cost me 30 grand. I guess.
Just touch. It works, right?
Modest spender. Does the workshop rank go up from me spending a certain amount of money here? Fund support. Oh god. I need to invest 200 grand in here just to get the next rank. Okay, you just put the money in here directly. You don't even do it via purchases? Brutal. We should shoot the shit more often, Kasuga-san. Okay, I'll do small talk. Sumire-chan, can we talk for a sec? Sure, what's up? Say, you're a fan of bonsai, right? Totally. I love all the neat little details about them. You into them too? I bet she'd be super happy if I got her a bonsai. I don't have any bonsai on me. Either I get the barkeep to make it, or I look for a shop that sells it. That's the entire conversation. You like bonsai, right? Yeah. End of conversation. The rest of it takes place inside of his mind. And then he walks away. Wow. That's some good shit shooting you did right there, buddy. Alright, so I need ways of farming money, clearly. Which I guess does put me back into the homeless mindset of being like, what do I do? How do I deal with the fact that I have no money? Because it's not that I don't have money. Well, now I do again. But it's mostly that I just don't fucking, there's just... The game is an infinite money well that you can just... Not well. Well, you get things from a well. It's a hole. It's a money hole. That's what people call that. Not a money well. I had the right instinct, but the wrong word. Because if it was a well, then it would be giving me money. I guess people do throw money in wells. So I can see why I got that a little mixed up. Good job, me. I pulled it out of my ass, and now I was right all along, actually. Damn, I'm a genius. Do. There's so many enemies. Let's minimize the enemy encounters, please. Stop going first. You're the worst person to go first. Oh my god, he's going first. Rude. I really want this guy to go last because he's not good at multi-targeting, so I want him to be on cleanup. Maybe increasing people's dexterity will give them different priority. Ah, damn it. It's just that right now I'm giving this guy the ability to have, Ooh. Ooh, this should hit 3 of them. Just right now I got him with a thing that makes his attacks cost less so he can spam them more. Ow. And then one that increases his attack. That's not good. He's gonna die of fire damage, probably. Oh. It maybe can't kill you? Let's have you kill the weaker guy so that Adachi can kill the leftover guy before you die of fire damage. This might be one of those games where status effects can't kill you. They just take you down to 1. Which could be good news for me. Because they go away after fights. Or they might take you down to 1, then kill you the next turn. Ding! You're not the one I wanted to level, though. Damn it. Alright, let's get food. Yep. That's another fight. Okay, I'll use an item. Bye. Ow.
Ni hao, welcome.
Ni hao, welcome. Ni hao, welcome.
Whoa, pretty nice way to be greeted.
Honestly creepy.
Unbelievable. Every single girl is sexy as hell. I mean, I had no idea a place like this was on Restaurant Row.
Focus, guys. We gotta find Zhang.
Hi there.
Nice to meet you. Are you having a nice evening?
Oh, yes. Thank you. Ni hao.
Hey. We were referred by a girl named Saeko.
Oh, the girl who was being interviewed just now? Someone in the VIP room requested her, so she's in there.
A VIP room?
Yeah, it's in the back. Funny how she's so popular already. She claimed she was Chinese, but she's not, is she?
Oh, I think she's got some Chinese.
Nobody here believes that, sweetie.
Well, does that mean she's not getting hired?
Oh, she probably did get hired if she's in the VIP room.
But why, if she's not Chinese?
Because the rest of us don't want to go in the VIP room. That's where the owner's friends hang out. They get to have whatever type of fun they want in there. And a lot of that fun is pretty gross.
These friends, are they from the Liumang?
Yeah, they're here almost every day, harassing the girls and just being awful. There's a bald guy who's especially horrible. He's the owner's oath brother.
Bald? Is he a clean-shaven kind of big guy?
Yeah, you seen him? He's the absolute worst. None of us want to deal with him, so they gave him to Saeko. I feel bad for her.
Wait, you saying Saeko's with them right now?
Get out! No one said you could touch me, you pervert!
On the contrary, your boss said I could have my way with you.
Sunshine! You okay?
This nasty cue ball head tried to lick my armpit!
Well, that's a new one.
You know, when most guys do something I don't like, it's a kiss or a grope. Did you try licking just to throw me off?
You deal with creeps that often? Ugh. What the fuck are you all doing in here?
We were looking for you, Shang-san.
Come for that money I took from you.
Nah, you can keep that chump change. We want you to spill some beans concerning the Yokohama Liumang.
Are you really this stupid? No one's gonna tell you stuff about the Liumang. They ain't just some street gang, idiot.
I know you're saying that just to play up your loyalty. But then again, how loyal are you really? Maybe I ought to put you to the test.
What? You wanna fight?
Not if you tell me what I need to know. If you don't, well, it's a different story. So you want to go another round? Right here?
No, I don't. But you gotta realize, if I blab to you, I am done for. They'll have my head on a stick.
They'll have your head on a stick either way.
What?
If you don't start talking, I'll tell the leader of your gang exactly how you shake down the homeless. I wonder what he'll do then.
You think you can threaten me with my own brothers?
That's a great way of putting it. Wish I would have worded it like that.
Shit. How the hell did this all happen?
It happened because you decided to dig into the pockets of some poor, helpless bums. It's a little late for regret, don't you think?
No, because I still regret going easy on you. If I'd known you'd pull this kind of shit, I would have killed you when we met. Come on, brothers! These guys think they can make a joke out of the Liuma. Kill them where they stand. Throw their bodies into the bay so the fish can eat them.
Yes, sir!
I'll get anything! Come on!
Kazuma unlocked Karen. The secret ability where he just takes it to the management of every single Yakuza leader to complain about their employees. What a situation to be in. Alright, new things. Powder Puff Press. Damage an enemy by driving a powder puff into them. What is that? Which may lower their accuracy. Power Medium. Beautician's Finesse. Saeko fixes her makeup. We already had that one. Pleading Beam. Pull at the heartstrings with pleading eyes and endearing words. If successful, the enemy will give up an item. Alright, let's see what the new attack looks like. God, her circles are really fast. I have to be really ready. Which actually might make them easier, but they catch me by surprise. I got it wrong again, wow. Oh, that took everybody out, okay. Let's lower your defense then. This guy seems to have some health. Try fear. Oh, he's got a gun! What the fuck? Lower their attack that isn't entirely necessary right now. More effective as my passion increases. Everyone gets stronger. Don't know how much it went up by. Just ambiguously has gone up. I'm out of power. Ugh. Maybe he'll level up from this one and give me energy again. Don't know how long debuffs last. As far as how worth it is to stack this many. But Zheng did seem tanky. You're down. Ooh. Oh jeez. I gained kindness. Oh, from Sujimon Scholar, I've found 50 Sujimon. Out of like, what was it, like 150? That's actually a lot already. Or was it 250? Hey, he leveled, so he gets his mana back. There we go.
Hell yeah.
Why did beating up more 50 men give me kindness points? This is nonsensical. These stats are so abstracted from the emotions they're supposed to be tied to that almost none of their growth comes from me actually making those choices. I wish it really was just dialogue based, honestly.
Look at me go.
Like you just roleplayed your character a certain way over the course of the game, and they made him specialize more in certain abilities, and then they just left it at that and didn't hook it into the open world grind.
Now don't die just yet. Like I said, I have some questions for you.
Fuck you. You think I'd tell you anything?
So you want me to rat you out to your leader then?
Wait. If I tell you, will you promise not to tell them?
Have some faith in me, will ya? I'm not an asshole.
Could have fooled me. There's no reason for me to believe you won't rat.
So now you're not telling me? Fine. It's ratting time.
Fucker.
Hey, bring the manager in here. I want to tell him how the honorable Liu Meng name is being used to shake down homeless guys for scraps.
Okay, I'll talk. What the hell do you want to know? The owner of the soapland? Why would Mabuchi-san want to kill that guy? I mean, the place was on Seiryu clan turf. There must be some mistake.
Yeah, it don't make sense to us either. That's why we want to ask Mabuchi himself.
You know for sure he ordered the hit?
I definitely heard people shouting Lao Ma over the phone. No doubt in my mind.
Really? Or that is what his subordinates call him.
Only his subordinates? You don't call him Lao Ma too?
Nuh-uh. I don't speak a lick of Chinese.
What? But you're Liumang.
The Yokohama Liumang was founded by my grandfather's generation, dumbass. So yeah, back then, everyone spoke Chinese. But us second and third gen guys were born and raised in Japan. Granted, some of us can speak like Chinese diplomats. Some are more like Chinese toddlers. The only words they know are ni hao and zhe zhe. Hello and thank you.
But you're a Chinese citizen, right?
Yep. Good thing, too. If you're born to a pair of illegal residents in Japan, you have no citizenship at all, from any country. So then you can't even go to school. A lot of the Liumang can't even read because of that.
Reminds me of how
Jesus.
the Yakuza used to be. Now I see why you and your brothers stick together so tight. The rest of the country doesn't accept you.
Is Mabuchi illiterate too?
No. I mean, he was born poor like most of the Liumang. Right in this town, actually. But then he studied like hell, graduated from a top college, learned not only Chinese, but English and Korean. He's fucking smart, so he hangs out with a bunch of other smart guys. But I ain't one of them. I've never even spoken to him.
Know where he is now?
No idea.
What about his phone number?
Can't you take a hint, man? I am trying to tell you I don't run in the same circles as the guy.
You better not be lying.
I ain't. Seriously, I have no way of contacting him.
This chump's not even on the first rung of the ladder.
You got a pretty face, but your mouth needs work.
What a bust. We went through all the trouble of getting into this joint for nothing.
Wow. So it was for nothing that you beat me halfway to hell.
We just thought you might know something about your own boss is all.
Well, nothing we can do now.
Yeah. Guess you can scram, Zhang.
So look, I know how it goes.
How what goes?
You're just gonna rat on me anyway, right?
Huh? No, you got this all wrong, man.
Do I?
Hell yeah. We're not trying to bring you or anyone down. We just want to get to Mabuchi. And that's because he had something to do with our boss's murder. That's it. Sorry I knocked you around and all. But seriously, stop playing the victim. You're the one who did wrong anyhow. But hey, we're not gonna kill you for it. And we don't want to see your body turn up on the evening news either.
Yeah.
Point being, you can trust us not to rat. We know you gave us as much info as you could. And we're done now, so just go home and forget this.
It's not as if I don't know anything.
What? So you do know something?
Not any personal stuff about Mabuchi-san, but I know some things about his businesses. He's got several. The largest is the Yokohama Trading Company.
Yokohama Trading Company?
Yeah, it does what you'd expect. It buys ingredients and kitchen stuff from China and sells them to restaurants here. Some of their customers are these real high-class places in Chinatown.
I thought Mabuchi hated Chinatown.
Oh, he does. This is his way of getting revenge. When he first started the company, no one in Chinatown would take a meeting with him. But his stuff was top-notch and fucking cheap to boot, so they couldn't ignore him forever. The economy was in shambles, so even the Chinatown big shots couldn't pass up good, cheap products. Eventually, they were begging to do business with the guy they'd shunned. Mabuchi-san got a kick out of that. Now they can't stay open without him.
Okay, so Yokohama Trading is his biggest venture? Well then, he probably stops in to check on it every now and then, wouldn't you say?
This is a minor thing, but I used to work at an upholstery shop, and I'm like, why would they texture the part of the cushion that's in the crack? Like the outward facing part is textured, but the inside one, you just want it to be flat, basically. Like, why are there diamonds on inside of the crack? It looks weird.
Maybe. But I used to work there part-time, and I never saw him once.
You work there?
Yeah. Their warehouse is on the other side of Hamakita Park. I was in the warehouse unloading boxes from the ships that came in from China. Did that for about a month and never saw Mabuchi-san.
You got a job and stayed just 1 month?
What, you expected consistency from a guy like this?
Shut up! You two don't know shit. Loading freight's exhausting.
Hey guys, what if we all got jobs at the Yokohama Trading Company?
But Zhang said
Y'all.
Mabuchi might not ever show up.
Yeah, that's true, but it's the only lead we have right now.
And even if he doesn't show up, hell, we might find something that leads to him. Besides, all of us need a new income stream with Otohime land shut down.
You sure you want to say this entire plan in front of Zhang? He's not on your side.
Don't get your hopes up. The warehouse mostly hires Liuman guys. They're suspicious of Japanese people. I doubt you'll get through the door.
Then it's time to ask our old friend for another favor.
You mean Kanbei-san at Hello Work? Yeah,
Stop naming people in front of everybody.
that guy's got connections. I'm sure he could hook us up with a measly warehouse gig.
It'd be nice to make some money again.
Seriously, I'm totally behind getting both intel and money. That's just being efficient.
Moving freight is no job for a woman, sweet cheeks.
Oh, really? You do realize that hostesses have to do a lot of manual labor, too.
They'll have a job for everyone. Let's meet at Hello Work first thing in the morning.
Yeah, let's call it a day and head back.
Hey, fellas.
What?
For real? You're not gonna tell Mabuchi-san about me taking money from the bums? He scares the shit out of me, to be honest.
Do I have to keep repeating myself? We won't tell. Why'd you finally come clean about Mabuchi's business anyway?
I felt like I owed you something, since you weren't gonna rat on me.
Hey, I'm just glad you trusted me, man. Thanks for not being a prick.
Yeah.
Oh, but while I'm at it, lay off harassing the ladies, would you?
Sure, I'll tone it down to just kissing and groping. That work for you?
I don't like this conversation. It's like, thanks for not being a dick or whatever. I'm like, he has attacked all of you again after taking down the homeless, and then he was being assaulty on the women, and he has a reputation because of how much he does it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's not a buddy.
Ichiban, let's kill him and be done with it.
Okay. It's all off the table unless I get their permission first. Is that good?
If he ever joins the party, I'm never using him. Alright, let's get home.
Hey.
Doesn't look like they're going to let us do that. Guess we stood out too much.
Yo.
Gotta slip through somehow. If we make it to Romance Street, they'll have to be more careful about starting trouble.
Got it.
Got it. Let's go. They made a point to spawn fights everywhere. But overall, they're just like normal patrols, so I could just go somewhere else, basically. I could also just fight them. Who's that guy? Some random dude with a mask. I think I've seen that guy before. Metal shin guards. There you go. Still need to get you a better handbag. It's a bit of a rough sitch. And now she's lower level than everybody because she was out of the party for a while. Thanks, video games. Another mob of guys. Is that normal? They're walking around, so I guess those are normal guys. Let's just deal with it. The punklings.
Okay.
You're in it now. Have fun with this. Watch this.
Right, I keep forgetting that I want to increase his dexterity to see if he'll start going first. Yeah. He still has lower dexterity. That's probably agility. No, if it was agility, this guy wouldn't be going first all the time because he has less. Ichiban has more agility and but less dexterity still. So it could be dexterity. A combination of the two? I don't know, man. I don't know how things work. Let's see. Before we continue, wait, also is the thing back? I don't know what happened to that side story. Maybe, yeah, maybe you never hear about what happened to that guy until later chapter or when the sun comes up. Those happen sometimes. It's relatively rare. The side stories might feel more organic if they were spaced out over more times of day.
Lots of properties on sale here. They even got a 4-bedroom with a living room, kitchen, dining room, and a yard. I'd love to live in a place like that someday.
Yeah? I don't know. Sounds a little too big for me.
Huh? Prison got you to like small spaces, is that it?
Shut up, man. Think about it. You got your place now with the futon, toothbrush, and a cup of noodles all within reach. Or some big old house with all that shit separated by 5 rooms or something. Which sounds better?
The house?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Hey, Ichiban, stop. Begging you. Begging you to stop. Because I hit 50 Sujimon. Is there apparently a thing you grind for experience? Although every action is. But he said that he gave rewards at milestones, and I don't know if you have to like go get them manually. I went past it. Now they're gonna block me from getting in. No. Tribesman and head guardian. Okay, I'm first now. So I guess dexterity affects it somehow. Ah, I did missed it. See, now that everyone's damaged, it feels better to try to like do cleanup with whoever's left and see who survived and so on.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
If I was in control of these characters more directly, I would just tell them to delay their action, like in other games. So was it in here? How's this building work? Is it upstairs or inside? There's something over here. Bento lunch set. Oh, there's Sujimon man. What differentiates a person between being a Sujimon and not? This is a thought worth pondering. Seriously, the city is never short of Sujimon. Okay. It's weird that Sujimon's not a dedicated thing on this menu, but instead it's hidden in your smartphone. You'd think that all these things would be in your smartphone then. So I have 54 out of 252, which is actually a surprisingly high number of them, especially with a bunch of them being unique, apparently. But, whatever these milestones are for rewards, I guess they must just be passive. They might even just be like the personality rewards or something. But it seems like you don't get them by talking to him. Okie dokie. Let's do one part-time hero quest. For demonstrative purposes. I kind of figure they're kind of nothing quests. So if anything, they'd be like a thing you grind off camera. And maybe eventually there's like a storyline like the 5 billionaires or something where you encounter like the big characters tied to them. And I would film those, but not me grinding the minigame. Welcome. You're not who I talk to, I guess. Are you? Yep. You're Kasuga-san, aren't you? Hiro-san informed me about you. Anytime you need to report any delivery or takedown requests you finished, part-time hero, come up and talk to me. Anyway, hope you kick some butts out there. Do you have any part-time hero work you'd like to report back? No. Okay, so you need to do them separately elsewhere, and then you turn them in here? So that's just like a part-time hero turn-in location, confusingly. So I guess maybe that down there is an actual quest? Like you have to get the quest themselves separately?
Okay. I got fun with this. Oh yeah? Watch this.
Here we go.
You're in it now. Yeah, take your best shot.
Bye! I've got a goddamn Dynasty Warriors weapon on this character. Oh. Toilet money. Pansy seeds? Why does it feel like a joke that I just went to I just walked into the men's restroom and picked up a pansy seed? That feels like a homophobic pun or something. Man, can you guys stop just completely filling this level with you?
Don't waste my time.
Yeah.
Let's try and check out this part-time hero sitch. There we go. I told you, I haven't stolen anything. Stop accusing me of what I didn't do. Where's this part-time hero? Oh, he's wearing a tie on his head? Doesn't that mean he's drunk or something? Must be my client. Time to play part-time hero. Member points gained 2. Next rank is 15. Reward money 10 grand. Performer's guitar, sturdy lumber. Okay.
Time to clean up.
Excuse me, but I'm from the part-time hero, and this here's my client. I'll be inspecting his belongings. That way, no one suspicious gets their hands on him. So, you trying to say I'm a thief? That's slander, pal. You're not getting away with it. Oh. They're surprisingly high level. Not high enough, though. So it looks like I do need to be worried about what level these might be a little bit. Or they might even just spawn people that are meant to be somewhat challenging based on my level. Just to kind of keep things going. But here's where you actually grind for money and experience. This at least is a bit better than having to grind random encounters, but the random encounters don't go away, so they're still going to keep blockading you as you try to do these. Thanks. If you hadn't been here on time, this jerk would have taken everything I had. Now I know who to call when there's trouble.
With finesse.
Dum ba da ba bum bum. It's not the most interesting thing to do on camera. I'll keep an eye out for whether or not things happen when you cap out ranks. Because maybe that'll be like a little storyline.
You guys want to hear a scary story?
Where'd that come from? Sure, whatever.
I was at a laundromat a little while back, and as anyone would, I put my clothes in the dryer. When there was about 5 or so minutes left, my cell rang, and I went outside to talk. And for 10 minutes, I hung up and went back inside. The dryer was still going, and the time left? 30 minutes.
Whoa, that is freaky. Did you extend the time or something?
Of course not. Why would I do that? Yeah, no good dryer shrank my favorite shirt because of that. The thing got all tight. Still wore it, though.
You still wore it?
Didn't think this story could get scarier, but...
Yes, I'm terrified of men in tight shirts. I'll never recover from this.
Here we go.
Take your best shot.
These awkward moments where I have to like, I have to act. It's like it is kind of a mini game where you just have to actively dodge all the Pac-Man mobs of enemies when you're trying to let a conversation play out. Because if you stand still, they will find you by then. It's good to know that I can kind of avoid them. As long as I don't, I just need to not pause the game and not start a fight. Here we go. Alright, back to it. Are we still going back to the soap land each time? Oh right, we were just picking an arbitrary place that's an escape. I got so escaped that this is a forgotten objective.
Time to head on back for the evening. See you in front of Hello Work tomorrow.
Hold on. Who's up for a nightcap in the room?
Wow, it doesn't take you long to make yourself at home, Adachi-san.
This is really nice to see.
What is?
How you all seem thick as thieves already.
Really? It's not like we've known each other that long.
This is just how guys are, Sachan. Now, let's go home. Be careful on your way back.
She'll be fine. If someone attacks her, he'll end up in worse shape than she will.
That's right. I pity the man who messes with me.
Me too. Good night.
Hey.
Forget something? Was I holding something in my purse for you?
No, it's not that. I was thinking... Look, our place is cramped and kind of dirty, but...
But...
If you don't mind that sort of thing, want to come stay with us?
Are you sure?
Yeah, as long as you don't take one look at it and run out screaming. It is pretty filthy.
You're a nice guy. You know that?
Cleaning the place was your entire job. Why are you so bad at this?
Me?
Never mind. Thank you. Wait, is this?
Yep. Don't judge too harshly now.
We get to stay on the second floor in exchange for protecting the place from Bleach Japan.
I didn't even know there were places like this in Ijincho.
Haha, you finally sweet-talked a girl into coming here? Who's the lucky lady?
It's not like that.
Not at all. And I'd hardly call anybody invited here lucky.
Oh.
So you're just a friend of these guys?
Yeah, I am. I'm betting big on them. You might say my life is a chip in their pile now. That's pretty much our relationship, isn't it?
Sachan.
Well, if you think it's a smart gamble.
I certainly do. I hope none of you are out to prove me wrong.
I mean, we'll sure as hell try not to.
At this point, she has like no idea what we've been getting tangled in. I mean, our landlord. Like, by the way, we're about to maybe confront our second family patriarch. My head hurts. Same.
Hey.
What's wrong, guys? We're off to Hello Work, so look alive. Damn, Sachan, you feel totally fine after drinking all that? Really? This was practically a nightcap.
For real?
Seriously? Wow, you guys are pathetic. Who was the one saying he'd give it his best shot?
Hey,
So get in gear. We're headed to Hello Work. Sure. I've never met a woman who holds her liquor like she can. Quite a compliment coming from you. They're alcoholics. Ha 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 ha. How's everyone doing? 30, 40, nope, so it's gonna be a little bit longer. I was like, it's almost time for me to go right back up there again. Like, I'm in the neighborhood, so it's worth considering, but I need like 6 more fights or something like that. Yep. It looks like that plotline was just waiting for the morning. And now it is the morning. So I should head up there again. Sorry. It's just, you guys are so easy to run into all the time. Good. What am I planning? Why am I planning anything? You guys are going to get one shot by anybody. No thinking, just hit A. Oh, one of them counted as a new enemy. I think the battle bum. When enemies are this weak, they really might as well just disintegrate on contact instead of making a fight spawn. Just give me the 5 bond for running into them. Granted, then I'd be tempted to run in circles and just mass farm them by not actually having to trigger real quests or real fights. Oh, Kasuga-san, thank you so much for last time. No worries. Looks like you two really hit it off. Happy for you. Yes. On that note, I had something I wanted to discuss with you, Kasuga-san. I know it might be a bit early, but I was thinking of asking Shirakawa-san out on a date. Know any good places for a date? Having no experience, I'm really not sure where to take her. Might be too early to say, but he's acting a hell of a lot more positive than he used to. So that's good at least. A first date, huh? Okay. The hotel is not a first date. The house? What house? I don't know what the house means. You're homeless. Does the house refer to something else? My house? The theater is a good first date one, I guess. Take her to the movies. You could talk about it afterwards, see what you both thought. I see. Yeah. That'll definitely keep the conversation going, unless you go to the Hypno Ram one. Thank you, Kasuga-san. Oh yeah, and since it's a date, you guys should be go see one of those romantic flicks. Romantic. Okay. I understand. I'll go ask her out right away. This is oh no! Why is what happened here? Oh no. She suffer an eye injury or get pink eye or just get sick in general? What happened here? That's upsetting. Also, my brain was like, you know one thing about her, besides the cooking, which she's maybe isn't good at, but also has an interest in. Like, she likes plants. Like, go to a garden or something and, like, chat about the thing you both care about, but, like, more practically by wandering around. Like, you can... The options were weird. I'm like, we were immediately not using the past information and just doing the generic, like, people go on dates to theaters, right? And it's like, I guess I like going to the theater and I like chatting about movies with people, but really it's like they have to be on my level, which isn't like, I'm not talking up or down. I'm just being like, there's people who go to movies and they're like, yeah, you know, whatever. Yeah. It's not that deep, man. And I'm like, okay, I can't talk to you because I want to actually have a discussion about the movies because I like to do media analysis and whatnot. So Stephanie is great for seeing movies with, and most people aren't. It's just it's Stephanie and Toaster I can see a movie with, and anyone else we will just simply have both seen the movie, and that's all that we've accomplished. and we're less likely to have much of a chat in my like normal family and friends life. So like a date might not be amazing for seeing a movie, especially since you don't interact when seeing a movie in a theater. Like, you interact more if you see a movie not in a theater, honestly, because you can actually be hanging out and cuddling and things like that or whatever. Granted, I don't know how this gets into the issue of straight people and first dates being probably very different from how gay furries have first dates, though. But there's probably a lot more physical contact between gay dudes early on than otherwise. But yeah, like watching a movie in a theater is disappointing because you're physically separated from each other. You're not talking. You can't talk to each other because of the movie, and you'd be being rude to people around you if you talk during the movie. Whereas you can talk during the movie and chat and even have quips and whatnot about something you're watching together, like not at the theater. So I honestly think that the movie date is kind of a bad first date in general because of how little you actually get to interact with each other over the course of it. And then it kind of feels like it might have been a manufactured need. I think about how capitalism often creates things that people are supposed to want. Like sometimes people bring up like the idea of like deodorant and stuff like that, and how like the idea of like the human body's smells being bad was kind of invented at some point. I don't know if I'm ready to completely get on board with that one necessarily, but like engagement and stuff like wedding and especially engagement rings were just like increasing. Those are rituals that were instilled into the population by diamond companies, and they don't have as long of a history and legacy as expected. Like there's some kind of level of like of the aspect of betrothal and marriage, but a lot of that was more for royalty and not even applicable to normal people. And like and even when you get to it being tied to people, it gets tied to this weird element of like parents kind of owning their daughters and kind of like expecting a gift in exchange for them and all this other stuff. Like it's all these weird old things that's kind of harkening back to are strange. So like the ring is kind of a manufactured cost on behalf of diamond companies. And so I can't help but think that maybe like because the theater existed, they obviously would want to market the idea that it's like they'd want to sell you on the idea that it's like a good idea for a date. And I don't know if that really works. If you fully commit, you can probably do dinner and then you can probably do a movie and then dinner afterwards is probably not the worst idea. Because if you're having dinner afterwards, then you're actually having a date at the dinner. And like the movie is like a starting point for a thing that you could potentially talk about as small talk and hopefully push you into having longer conversations and like actually getting a chance to chat. So it's like, it might be a less awkward start to your date because you have like a movie to talk about, and then that can lead to a variety of other discussions instead of just like blind meeting somebody. If it's some kind of like app date and you're like, what do I talk to this person with? Like, boy, we both just saw a movie, so yeah, we'll start there. And while we wait for our food, while we order our food and check the menus and things. Maybe. Anyway, this is my thoughts as somebody who made what I feel like was the mistake in high school of taking people on dates to the movies and being like, I don't know if this is the most meaningful way of taking people on dates ultimately, but ultimately I was also a gay guy trying to go on straight dates, so who knows. Anyway, I'm worried about her eye? Shirakawa-san. Oh, your face. Are you alright? Oh, Kiroi-san, I'm fine. I just, bumped into something. That's all. Pork soup coming right up. Oh, well, wait, no, yes, thank you. But actually, I have something I wanted to ask you. Oh, what is it? Would you like to go to the movies with me? What? Is that a no? Oh, I'm sorry, I was just surprised. It's definitely not a no. Yay! We're gonna blow right past the part where she might be getting hurt by somebody. You changed, Kuroe-san. You're totally different from when I first met you. You think so? Hi. Yes. I could learn a thing or two from you. I'll be looking forward to the movie. I don't... What are we foreshadowing here? I'm upset. Damn, that went well. Is she already in a relationship with somebody? Or does she have, like, somebody in her family? Shirakawa-san said yes. We're meeting at Seagull Cinema around noon. Right, I was thinking of getting her a gift up for our date, but I wanted to ask for your advice again. Nah, you don't need me anymore, man. Huh? You know her better than I do at this point. I'm sure you'll come up with something. Just keep doing what you're doing. Oh. I guess I do know her a little better now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, bud. You're like 50. Figure it out. You know what dates are? At least probably better than this random himbo. So they're gonna be at the theater next. I could head over to, or I could head over to the main story and see where that goes for now. Just bounce back and forth a bit. But yeah, these side stories would be more organic if they were more spread out over time and you only got an update like once an hour from each one, because they clearly have time passing in them. But part of my brain is also still like, the world, this map is so big, it would suck to have to run all the way back to each one with how long the persimmon one goes and so on, and having to go back to each one like every hour. I'd be like, But maybe if they were spread out that much, you would just have to be more likely to be like encountering them organically way later over the course of the story. So it might not be the worst. It would definitely further justify the way that the game feels the need to recap each one every time you get back to them. Oh right, that was the persimmon tree and stuff, and you're like, huh? Yeah, it was just here. But it's like every time that you go into the open world, every time they let you into the open world, you might have been gone for 20 hours. And it's like, by the way, that's what this quest was.
My shoulders are feeling kind of tense. It'd be nice to go to a hot spring.
Hot spring sounds nice. Coffee milk tastes 100 times better when you first get out of the bath, too.
I used to go to the public baths a lot back before I was homeless. I loved drinking milk right when I got out of the bath, just like Ichiban. I'd knock them back like nobody's business.
Knock them back all you want, as long as they stay knocked back.
You think I'd puke it up? No way. I can keep anything down.
I don't know about that.
I can keep anything down. It's an intimidating challenge. Oh, I guess this can't be inspected or something? Did he just get maxed out? 15. It looks maxed out though. So you can't even trust the number. You really have to like check you have to actually click on these things to actually tell where they are. They make this challenging. It really should just give you a fucking notification. Whoa! This guy's drink link is ready! Just something. Just some kind of pop-up. Or like the in the corner. The game just silently caps out and doesn't tell you that it's ready, while having the meter not be full, so you can't even judge it by the meter being full. And the amount that the meter won't be full by changes every time, so you can't even go by the number and be like, ah, it's 10 away. You can't even memorize that. Just genuinely an ass system, like one of the worst executions they've had in the series. Just bizarre. I have no idea. It's a interface designed by somebody who's never played a video game before. Genuinely strange. The Yokohama Trading Company. I'd heard that they were in the market for part-timers lately. Really? Apparently their shipments from China are picking up, and they need more dock workers to unload them. Then it's perfect timing. Could you get us assigned there? That'd be easy enough, but I've heard some not-so-great rumors about the Yokohama Trading Company. Like what? They mainly import expensive ingredients like shark fin and abalone. It's all first-class stuff. Every Chinese restaurant in Japan is trying to buy from them because they sell them well below market prices. Okay. We've heard the same. You think they'd be selling in large quantities for small profits? Which would mean that they might even lose some money sometimes, yet they seem to be expanding quickly. What do rumors have to say about that? The most common one is that it's some kind of fraud. Like maybe the ingredients aren't first class after all. But then they change the labels to make them look higher grade. Or it's just like what Amazon and a bunch of other American companies do, which is that they just operate at a loss until they drive out all of their opponents out of business. Because they just can cheat at capitalism, basically. Because capitalism's a lie. Just the basic rules that are supposed to be on the table just don't actually apply. And some people could just operate at a loss for like decades and just drive everybody out of business via their fucked up prices, but somehow never go out of business, and then they raise their prices once they have a near monopoly. Whee! Otherwise, there'd be no explanation for how they could be profitable. No explanation. There's no possible way. I know it's just rumors, but are you sure you want to work at a place like that? Hell yeah, Kanbei-san. That's actually just the info we were looking for. Huh? We're gonna get jobs at this trading company and find evidence that they're frauds. So this is another undercover investigation. Don't you think this is pretty risky? Also, this isn't what our agency's for, you know.
Yeah.
We know it is, but if we get cold, hard proof Mabuchi, we'll have no choice but to meet with us. Mabuchi? The owner of the Yokohama Trading Company. I see. So your goal here is just to meet him. That only makes me worry more. You know Mabuchi Kanbei-san? You stay here long enough, you eventually learn the name of a crime lord or two. But I imagine you know that. So, does that have something to do with Nonomiya-san? I won't say too much, but I will say I feel like an employee of Otohime Land. But I will say I still feel like an employee of Otohime Land. What? And Nonomiya-san treated us well. I want to know why he died. Oh, right, he still feels like he's a member of the soap land, right? I see. I can understand that, but please be careful. Not even the police can get close to Mabuchi and his gang of ruffians. One wrong move and your life may be in danger. It's okay. Survival is our first priority on the job. So, do you think you can get us those jobs? You're not exactly the type to change his mind once you make it up, are you? We'll be fine. We've got another new ally after all. So the young lady is with you. No, I was just standing here staring at you. A pleasure. Your party is getting pretty unique. You even have a woman now. Crazy. In that case, let me get in touch with the client. It'll take a few. But while you're looking, why not do some contract work? What do you mean? Well, with the Otohime Land out of commission, you're back to being unemployed, right? And you only want this warehouse gig to get info. You're playing the long game, but you still need to have an income. True. There's been so much going down, I forgot we're basically broke again. Well, now that you have some experience under your belt, I should be able to find some work for you. Why don't you go speak with Ririka over there about it? She takes a while to warm up to people, but her work is impeccable.
Got it.
I'll talk to her then. Thanks. Is she the side classes NPC? I bet she is. Yep. Improve their ability. Yeah. I was anticipating this ever since we got here, that this is going to be how you get additional jobs, like by how the game defines it.
My name is Kasuga.
I know. You're the director's favorite formerly homeless go-getter, aren't you? Am I right in assuming that you're here to find work again now that Otohime Land is shut down?
Yeah, so what should we do now?
Since this is the first time you'll be using our services without going through the director, let me explain.
Yeah, and thanks a bunch.
Okay, take a look then.
That's somewhat upsetting. Now that it's shut down, it's like he was murdered. Look at these outfits. Okay, each character is suited for different jobs. Be sure to choose ones that work for each party member. We've been using everyone's default class, except for we've been using Hero for our main character, so he wears a scarf sometimes. It looks like people straight up do costume changes like Final Fantasy X-2 here. Unlocking jobs. Jobs will be available, prerequisites and story, blah blah blah. They have a different uniform.
That about covers it. I'll be able to place you in more jobs once everyone starts gaining experience. Your options are a bit limited right now, but you'll find many more jobs are available once you've made some progress.
I gotcha.
Anyway, here's what I have at the moment. Of course, you're responsible for any adjustments you must make when you change jobs.
These are a little intimidating to think about, because once you change their job, Not only does their level reset as far as their job stuff goes, although maybe their stats keep going up from every job. Maybe their stats don't go down, I don't know. But what worries me is that they would use different gear, so mainly weapons. So all this investment you put into different weapons you might just lose access to. You qualify for the job. How many do I qualify for? Oh, all the ones that say inexperienced. Got it. So I can't become a fortune teller or an enforcer yet. But I can become a chef, a musician, a foreman, a breaker, a host, a bodyguard, and then the hero and freelancer. I don't want to change his job right now because he's comically strong, and I also bought a weapon for this job, and I don't want to get rid of my expensive weapon. But Saeko, I don't even have a weapon for her just yet. Hostess, idol, night queen. Only 5 classes? Is that normal for everybody else? No? It's just a women thing? Okay. That's a bit rough. So she's also restricted to gendered jobs. Got it. Because chef was too masculine, apparently. She can become a hostess, an idol, a night queen, or a dealer. So she can be a gambly type person, a thief that doesn't wear pants, apparently, an idol, and a host. Actually, she's actually not allowed to wear pants ever. I'm noticing she's literally never allowed to wear pants. It's just really here she's wearing this instead of a skirt. So she's a barmaid, a hostess. Not the biggest difference between those two right now. Okay, so you do level down. She gains fire resistance being a hostess. What? Bring the enemy to their knees. Thanks to a trendy clutch bag and hospitable spirit, capable of learning special hostess skills that will have the enemy completely wrapped around one's finger. Idol. Lets one sing and dance their way to victory using an assortment of microphones, capable of learning techniques to make complete fools of the enemy with cutesy movements to heal allies with an overflow of charm. Having a bard or a support would be kind of the most fun version. Oh, this is a fun outfit. The idol has more health. Which one has more attack? They all have basically the same starting attack, so I don't think she ever becomes like strong. And I have to be level 20, and then level 25, and bond level 2+ and 4+ to get these other roles. Let's try idol. Get her started on microphones maybe instead of bags, especially since I think I do have a better microphone. Oh, we have different costumes. Hello. These are her other barmaid costumes. Haruka Sawamura. Don't dress up as Kiryu's teenage daughter. I don't like that. Okay, so these three costumes are unlocked. So that's from her having that job earlier. This is because this is just because she was dressed this way for the funeral earlier, and then this is just strangely a chance to dress up as Kiryu's daughter that she's never met. I guess she was on the she was famous though. So the first ones are variations. So there's no costumes for that, but a hostess can look like this or this or this. Some recolors. Then idol. Basically red or shiny. You want to be like this or a shiny version of this? The red feels like a lot. I don't know. Job change. Alright, so now I'm going to be weaker and might be in more danger here. Nanba. So they could just pick these different classes without any connection to the what anyone else was doing so far. Musician takes on the world with a trusty guitar and the power of music, capable of learning techniques to inspire your allies with song or dampen the enemy's fighting spirit. Musician could be fun, but I literally already have an idol, and I think they might be the same class. But recolored, and with some slightly different abilities. Foreman? Fortune teller. Okay, so Foreman is only in his thing. He can be a host. What does a host do? That's the bottle person? Capable of learning special host techniques to stay cool and collected while toppling enemies and stealing their shit. But host requires you to be level 4 and 20. I'm the one who can hot swap everywhere. I kind of just like the host digs. Like the host costume. Part of me is like, what's my favorite costume to give Kasuga? And I kind of like musician and host. Can I make you use a bat? Foreman is probably the giant big hammer, which might be a fun thing to do to make him just hit people heavy. It feels mean to make him the host because then he's fighting people with alcohol and he seems to have a problem. So I'm a little worried about that. But a hero is exclusive to Ichiban. So I spent 100 grand on a weapon that I can't give to anybody else, I think. And that worries me. Bodyguard. Capable of learning techniques that harm oneself to inflict even worse pain on the enemy? What the fuck? That's oddly distressing. His homeless guy abilities have sucked, so maybe we'll try Breaker. Even though this feels... I don't know, culturally strange on some level. Goro Majima Yakuza 0 version? That's fun. Funeral suit and nurse. I do like the costume variation being available. Foreman for Big Hammer. He can dress up as Kiryu from Yakuza 0. These are variations of Foreman, covered in tiger stripes or covered in leopard spots. Huh. I mean, it's really boring looking, but the other ones are too silly looking, so maybe dress him like Kiryu, even though he's got a completely different build. Alright, 3 of us for level 1 now. Oh god, oh fuck. I would have given Adachi hero if I could give Ichiban a different role, but nobody else can use the hammer, I don't think. The bat.
Roger that. So this is how we change jobs.
Yes, just talk to me when you want to try out something new. There's no limit to the number of times you can switch, and you can always resume your previous job too. You may even want to try a bunch out to see which one feels right for you.
Nice. I definitely didn't think it'd be this easy to switch jobs.
Well, that's in part due to how I'm only able to offer you easy jobs right now. And because I'm the one handling all the paperwork. Just keep that in mind.
Sure. I'll remember that.
And that'll do it, I think. Now, as for that part-time job at the Yokohama Trading Company, which you and the director spoke about, they called us to say you're hired.
No, really?
Yes. They'd like to start you straight away. Right now, even. The warehouse you'll be working in is north of Hamakita Park. It's not exactly walkable, so I'd recommend taking the train.
Got it. Thanks, Ririka-chan. We'll be back when we need to change jobs. Looking forward to it.
Ririka-chan? I'm glad you're so excited. Please come by any time.
We're making good progress. Let's get to the warehouse from Junai Station. Watch them immediately ambush you with hard encounters right after they just told you to try out new jobs. So he's got the anklet. That's what the anklets are for. So I do have a slightly better anklet, but not great. Look at him go. Rubber hammer. That's not great. Pretty microphone. Yeah, I did have a better microphone. So at least there's that. I guess we'll see what they accomplish like this. All I know is the mage job wasn't working out. At least not yet. Maybe eventually he'll get a better ability, but no, I'm not leveling that class right now, so who knows. It's worth experimenting, even if I'm probably doing it wrong. So that other storyline has not picked back up at the theater yet. Here, let's give everyone a chance to get a little experience, I guess. Let's guard to let somebody else do an ability. Maximum Flare. Deal unblockable damage to an enemy with kicks in a low stance. May boost your own defense. Damage an enemy with kicks from forward and backward roll. May recover your own MP. Excel Step. Boost your own evasion by stepping quickly and pumping yourself up. Recover some HP by sleeping on the spot. So he keeps these 3 abilities. Interesting. Those are like character specific, apparently. Maximum Flare. Alright, so this is Idle. Smash Step. Damage an enemy with rapid attacks from the mic stick. May leave the enemy charmed. Twirling Beat. Heavily damage an enemy by way of twirling attack. May leave the enemy silenced. And then these 4 are the ones she always has. So I didn't even lose the ability... I didn't even lose the ability to buff people. I have to say that these 4 stay the same. I just got slightly different melee attacks. So so far none of her classes are meaningfully different. She just has a handful of relatively weak melee attacks. He's charmed. The fool. And yeah, I still got slick tongue and healthy routine. Reduces the chance of allies suffering from fast ailments by leading them on an exercise that keeps their mind and body healthy. Alright. So I got Boss Hammer. The user targets an enemy and puts all their power into the hammer. Heavily damages the enemy on the user's next turn. Oh. That's a very slow attack. Charge forward and bull rush a single enemy. Wait. He still has Reckless Charge and Breaking Top. So a lot of these are character abilities, not class abilities. My only attack as this class is an ability that takes 2 turns. Firmly Grasp It, which at the pace that fights have been going so far requires an enemy to still be alive next turn. I dunno, man. I just sacrificed everybody's stats like crazy, and it's like, I don't know what the payoff's gonna be. Let's change Adachi back. So I at least have the 2 powerhouse characters still going around. Let's not change 3 people back to level 1 at once. Whereas I'll see how these 2 go as new classes.
Can I help you?
And you can still swap between these also.
I'll be rooting for you.
Do you still need the 10 extra MP? Maybe some extra power. Alright, let's see where this train station takes me. There's actually an entire street higher than this. Hi, don't run me over. Run them over. As a treat. Well, now I'm definitely the fastest person in the party because most of them are level 1 again. It is a complicated hybrid system where they're like half level 1. Because obviously their character level didn't reset, just their class level. Their job level. Job rank up. +5 attack. Healing +5. I wonder if the final... I wonder if that little golden upgrade might be character-wide and not class-wide. That'd be interesting. Because it might benefit you to level a bunch of different classes because you get that kind of bonus. I honestly have no idea. I don't know if there's any benefits to leveling other classes or not, or if it's just a mistake. What's the button? Y. KO. That's a lot of MP. So it's an attack that also makes you more capable of just attacking endlessly. I gain passion? Oh, just for playing the game, basically. Okay, so I lost like a quarter of my stats, but I'm not like completely devastated at the moment, at least. So that's good. Oh, not quite there yet. It's really hard to see on any other meter, unfortunately. So do we go down into these? No, we're past there. I guess this is my chance to check what I planted over here. We're not going to the taxis, are we? No, it's this. Yes, this station. My DIY. Hey, it's ready to harvest. Mysterious carrot. What does that mean? Did I make a fucked up carrot? Are you necking my carrots? Onion seedlings. There we go. I've got pansies for my future girlfriend. It won't suggest anything subliminally at all. Alright. Ooh. The constant enemy stealth thing you have to do if you don't want to stop to fight every 30 seconds. 30 seconds is fucking overestimating, honestly. We gotta get over to the Yokohama Trading Company. We good to roll out? Go! Okay, let's move. I am a Stwong boy.
Come on! Get in line! Move it! All right, boys! Form up! Move fast! We got another shipment coming in right behind this one. All right. You got one job and one job only. The freight comes in, you unload it and sort by destination. If you're slow, slacking, or sucking, you get a visit from me. You, lady.
Yes?
Can you read and write?
I can.
Add and subtract?
Yes, sir.
Good. You're on office duty.
Thank you, sir.
Damn. That's one empty box. Why did they even stack them in that order?
Adachi-san?
Which side of that was the upside? Wait.
This is nothing.
Well, don't go so hard you run out of gas like Nanba did.
He's just being a wimp. Oh, man. Why does Saeko get the desk job? I can do math, too.
we see what's inside these boxes?
Just casually sneak in right now. The audacity is frankly impressive.
They're shark fins.
The expensive kind? Or the crappy ones?
How would I know?
Don't they cut the shark's fin off and then just throw it back in the ocean?
This is dried abalone. That's expensive. Never had it myself.
This is just money.
What the heck? This is just paper.
Oh.
Do they use paper in Chinese food?
No,
In
it's
the food? That'd be weird.
counterfeit bill paper. This is the hint of what we were walking in on before.
Well, Japanese cooking uses washi paper to steam things, so maybe China has something similar.
Hey! What are you doing over there? Sorry, we'll get back to work.
So listen, after the freight's unloaded, a sales rep from the tanker will bring the invoice.
A sales rep.
From the company that sold us the product. It'll be your job to process the invoice and get them paid.
很高兴这次的合作十分顺利。
Here we are. This is the invoice.
Hold on. I never said I could read Chinese.
It doesn't matter. You can read the total, can't you? The money's in the safe. It's self-explanatory.
They're happy to have someone who can't read what the paper says and just gives them the money.
谢谢，我下星期也会再带好东西过来的。
That was... How much was that in yen?
About 8 million.
You paid 8 million in cash?
That's how we get such good deals on products. We pay in a single lump sum, cash, in yuan. The seller gets all their money right away and avoids paperwork. That's why these mainlanders are willing to sell to us at a much lower price than usual.
Cash is king.
And just in case it crossed your mind, don't even think of skimming any cash. We keep our eyes open in this warehouse. You pull anything funny, you'll be sorry you ever set foot here.
Sir, I wouldn't dream of stealing.
I'm going to do something much worse. I'm exhausted. We gotta do this every day. So far, we've never done a second day of work at any job. You just need to hold out until you can get proof of the fraud. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Hey.
Took you a while. They did a full-body search before I was allowed to leave. I even had to show an employee inside my underwear to prove I wasn't stealing cash.
Seriously?
Seriously? Some guy's job is to see your underwear every day? It was a woman, moron, obviously. Still, the loss prevention's no joke. Guess working with money's got its own set of problems. It doesn't feel great, I'll tell you that. You guys have it easy. Huh? What? That's nothing compared to what we're going through. Well, you're sure sweaty enough, huh? Especially you, gross. What do you want from me? Why do you always gotta pick on me?
Joe.
Cut it out, you goobers. Let's just get home and swap notes. Okay. I think I generally understand their cash flow now. Nice. That's one step forward. It's no big deal. Now, let's get moving. You guys need baths ASAP. And you're going first. You harpy. Come on, enough fighting. They're just constantly, just those two specifically at all times. You do continuously go for the gender. Your job's nothing compared to ours. You just get sexually harassed and infringed upon, but like we have to like pick up boxes a lot. Nope, the theater's been updated. I thought they were meeting up at noon. Now it's nighttime. I guess it's the aftermath of their theater meetup, but it's like so much later that they shouldn't still be at the theater. So that's a little weird. Womp womp. Don't look at me, don't look at me, don't look at me. Da 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 da. Yeah, 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 yeah. Somebody running at me? The car, okay. I thought it curved at me. I guess it curved at me from the road it was turning from. It looked like a person was like running up to trail me.
What the hell's this doll?
Nolly's probably inspired by Mexico. It is a taco place, after all. I love a good taco. Just thinking about it makes me want to stuff myself.
For real? I mean, I'm sure they're good, but aren't they too rich to eat a whole bunch? I get it as, like, an appetizer or something.
I, think you might be confusing Mexican tacos with octopus taco.
Takoyaki, right? No, he's capped, so I didn't even get anything from that. Womp womp. Tacos aspinados. Fuck. That's a full commitment. It's just like a luchador mask that's just the colors of the Mexican flag, and a suit that's the colors of the Mexican flag, and a champion belt, and a Mexican sombrero. All with the same color scheme over and over again. Oh god, these people walked up when I was... My planned route isn't working. Why are you always so far away specifically? Ow. Ow. Hey, oh, it only counts. Wow, I have to perfect guard every individual hit. So I actually did it that time. So these guys are actually tougher, especially for how low level my characters are. I'm not totally sold on the class system. Just because there's like a lack of specialization that gives them actually that much flavor. They kind of just all have an attack. And you have to, like, I guess, fully invest in the tree. You have to, like, fully invest in leveling the class just to get a sense of what they might even do differently. Because so many of my abilities are just my character's universal buttons. Legendary hero, 20 more confidence, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Still no ability. Yeah, I'm leveling up their classes, but they're not getting new abilities still. Which further ambiguates what I'm accomplishing. Well, those are the two people that took the most damage, though. So at least I don't need to heal them right now. I kind of know a little bit to the idea that like each Yakuza game might potentially kind of has like a central theme that they're particularly like reinforcing a lot. It's interesting that this one seems so heavily focused on employment, even though it's mostly people almost jokingly getting jobs as a way of like it is ulterior motive jobs, so it's a little weird. But there's the cross of us getting our quote-unquote jobs in the form of RPG classes, and then the actual jobs that we get for employment, but then we keep getting those just to do RPG adventures also. Ow. It is like easier to do everybody else's Y abilities than this guy's, because his is just so slow that it's like the timing's much more ambiguous and weird. It's just so much comically easier just to mash for a second when the game wants me to. Uh-oh, you get stood up? No, he's been here since noon. She's late. I hope she's alright. Huh? Cool, he doesn't he have a date today? I thought they were gonna meet around noon. Yo, Koi. So today's the big date, huh? Where is she? Oh, Kasuga-san. What a coincidence. Actually, Shirakawa-san hasn't shown up yet. It's been 5 hours.
For real?
You've been waiting here for 5 hours? Don't you think you might have been stood up? Shirakawa-san would never do that. I'm sure something happened. I'm so sorry I'm late, Kuroi-san. Oh. Well, her bandage is off already. How did she heal so fast from whatever happened? Shirakawa-san. Huh? Who's that with her? The foreshadowing. You're the one trying to rope away my Kioi? No, it's not like that. Kiroi-san's just... I didn't fucking ask you. Think you could just put your hands on another man's woman? I had a feeling something was up when she wanted to break up all of a sudden. To think you were being played by this jerk-off. When we get back home, I'm really gonna give you a piece of my mind. You gave her those bruises. Yeah, what of it?
You bastard!
Scum? You're nothing but scum. Apologize. Apologize to Shirakawa-san right now. You little... Don't fuck with me. You're the one that's gotta apologize. Now I'm pissed. I'm gonna kill you all right here, right now. All? Oh, he's got a knife. That's... no. I don't think so. Kiroi-san's got a secret weapon up his sleeve. Right here. I'm very small. I can fit into tubes. Kasuga-san, bring it on. I'm like a little ferret. That's why my hair's like this, to give me a false impression of my size, but I can actually fit into anything. Oh, he's not gonna last. Oh, damn it. It's so hard to aim that. They still didn't level from that. You weren't worth shit. I only needed half a level for my low-level characters.
You okay, Kuroi?
Kuroi-san, are you hurt? I'm so sorry. My actions put everyone in danger. I had no love for him anymore. But I kept lying to myself because I was scared of being hit again. But when I saw Kuroi-san working so hard to change his life around, I knew I had to make a change too. In the end, I'm the one who caused all this trouble.
It's not your fault, Shirakawa-san. Anyway, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is nothing new.
Forgive me. I should have noticed sooner. Honestly, this whole experience has been rather eye-opening. I've realized I still can't do anything by myself. There's something I have to tell you, Shirakawa-san.
About what?
I've still got a lot to learn, and I'm not exactly strong enough to protect you just yet. But I'll change. My entire life, I've always given up whenever things get tough. I was so afraid of failure. But I'm not gonna give up on myself anymore. I'm gonna change. I'm going to get a proper job and become a proper man. I'll become a man worthy of you and do everything I can to make you happy. So, do you think you could wait for me until then? Sorry. I know it sounds like a lot. Unlike me, you've actually got a future ahead of you.
Yes, well, in that future, I see myself with you, Kuroi-san. In fact, I'm almost certain about it.
Huh?
I'll wait for you. So when that time comes, you think maybe we can catch a movie?
No!
Of course! I'd love to take you to the movies.
Just go to the movies, now!
Looks like those two may just work out after all.
Don't Lego she. Don't make the end of season 1 Lego she pledge. Haru hated that. She was like, fucking just be there now. This is stupid. Oh, I have to earn my right to be with you someday. Oh, let's waste 5 years of our lives not being together so you can work on yourself or something. The poundmate selections expanded. Now she works there? How are they employing all these people? How do they get all of them? This organization doesn't make any sense. Well, we finished it at least. I mean, there's the idea of working on yourself as a concept that isn't, like, wrong, obviously. But it's just like, you literally already were somebody she was willing to break up with other people for. It's like, and that's, the measuring stick is that other guy. It's like, you don't need to be separate from each other in the process of working on yourself. Not in this situation. Like, you could just be happy together. Even if you don't have to literally be like living together or whatever.
I thought this fucking lube was shampoo.
Ew.
Yeah, refreshing.
Crap, you're already out of the bath? Sorry.
Kasuga, relax. I know what a naked man looks like.
Also, you're wearing pants.
Cool. Then, where's Adachi-san and Nanba?
I'm probably still washing up. Anyway, I was looking into today's price list. Those ingredients that came in were purchased at some pretty hefty prices. Like what you'd expect for high-class stuff.
Must be primo then. Guess they aren't lying to the restaurants about the quality.
Nope. I mean, I'm sure they get a small discount for paying in cash, but they're doing everything above board, far as I can tell.
Damn.
The only weird thing is how much they're reselling the ingredients for.
What's weird?
Like, take the shark fins. They buy 100 grams for 10,000 yen. How much would you sell them to a restaurant for?
To make a decent profit on them... 20,000?
Well, the Yokohama Trading Company sells them for just 10,000.
What? Wait, they buy it for 10,000 yen, then sell it for 10,000 yen? That doesn't make any sense. How are they turning a profit?
Right? Unless it's volunteer work or something, I don't get it.
How are they even staying open? Don't they at least need to cover their overhead?
Not only have they stayed open, their profits have gone up over the years. For the life of me, I can't figure out how. I wish I could look at their ledger and not just their invoices.
What would that tell you?
I don't know, but I think I'd find signs of tax evasion.
Don't do anything that would give yourself away. This is the Yokohama Liumon, remember?
I'll be fine. But you're really that worried about me?
Of course I'm worried.
Why?
'Cause we're buddies.
'Cause we're buddies. Huh.
What? It's a good thing, ain't it?
I've never really had someone that I could call a buddy. I always just kinda thought movies and manga made that stuff up. Or at the very least, it was something I'd never have.
Well, you were wrong, 'cause now you've got us on your side.
Awesome.
Remember, you need good party members to beat Dragon Quest.
Isn't that a video game?
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
It's a metaphor.
You're a weird one.
I can live with weird. It's true anyway.
Well, thank you, Kasuga, for making me one of your buddies.
What's up? Someone dying here?
Huh? Oh, we were just...
Well, hey, seeing as we've got a long, hard road ahead of us, let's knock back some drinks.
Sure. On whose tab?
Well, there's the pay bonuses the boss left us.
Come on, man. We gotta save those for a rainy day.
Oh, why be so cheap? The boss is in the afterlife right now, yelling at us to live while we can.
They're full of shit. I say we don't do it.
Adachi-san turns a bit feral when it comes to alcohol.
That's not cute. That's a problem.
Prostitution's gotta go! No more eating show!
It's Bleach Japan.
What are they even protesting now?
What the hell? The place is already shut down. What do they want now?
My friends, look at this filthy, evil den of iniquity! Yes, it's an ugly little soapland. Just the other day, our tireless efforts led to the shuttering of this foul place.
They're trying to take credit for
This
it?
is our victory. The first bricks of the gray zone suffocating this city have cracked and fallen away. But we must not be complacent. We must press on until all the gray zones have been purified. Yeah!
Hey, we're in mourning right now. It's really not a good time.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize there was still vermin lurking around here.
Don't you have any respect for people in grief?
Don't you have any respect for the law? The shop is closed. This building should be vacant.
That's right! You heard him. Get out of town, you riffraff.
Keep your protest to shouting. You lay hands on us, there'll be hell to pay.
What did this guy think he was gonna do? He is admittedly hilariously jacked under that nerdy outfit.
Did you all see that? This thug's showing us his true colors. He thinks he can use violence to crush the voices of the people. He's obviously living in the past.
Hurry! Let's close up before they start in on us, too!
Where's the Seiryu clan when you need them? What are we paying them protection money for? Get the friggin' heck out of here!
People like you are ruining society! You're all criminals! You're enemies of good people!
Get out of our town and don't ever come back. I'm just grateful the owner of this shop finally realized what he truly was. A filth-spreading vector of disease. He did the noble thing by taking his own life.
What did you just say?
What was his name? No, Mia. Just looking at him made me want to vomit. I really can't bring myself to be sorry that he's gone. When I think about that man dangling at the end of a rope. I feel the same way I do when I finish my spring cleaning.
What is this, Demon 79?
Who do you think you are?
Get the fuck out of here!
Don't. That won't work, Sachan.
Why not?
Too late now, you little tart! You assaulted me! You all saw it! Someone call the police!
Slapping a guy like him never does much.
What?
This kind of fucker. You gotta hit him like this!
Our leader's down! Let's get in there!
Seriously? You brought bats? What, were you hoping for a quick ball game during the protest?
They were ready to incite violence all along.
We're good to go, right, boss?
Of course. You saw it. They attacked us first.
Really going straight for the Nazi handbook.
This is our moment. Bleach the gray.
It's actually really uncomfortable how much they're doing. Like, we're using hate speech to incite violence so that we can then go further on violence, because that was our goal. I think that the Breaker needs more identity. It looks like part of their identity might be that their abilities cause secondary effects as a chance, like bonus defense and MP. I feel like what the Breaker really needs is that it needs to serve the purpose that Majima's role actually did as Breaker, which is that it was a crowd clearing ability. Like, it had huge AoEs. The fact that none of my starting abilities are AoE is just kind of bad, like, class design. Not that it has to specifically be the exact thing that I think of, but it's more that, like, the fact that every class just starts out with this, it's a normal attack but stronger and uses MP, and that's all you get at the beginning. It's just really bad at differentiating these classes. It just makes them, it feels uncreative to give them all the same starting point. Man, I really cannot do it. What's wrong with me? I wonder if it's something about the animation just throwing me off, that like it's like really out of sync and just looks wrong. There we go. It worked for once. Smack. Get 69, loser, but not the fun way. Whatever that means. Oh no, more easy to defeat enemies. We're gonna bleach your ass? Okay, like for free or? Oh, bad time for you. You are easily defeated by a baton twirl. Do you feel cool and strong now? Ah, his weakness, getting punched. Damn, don't even have to use abilities on him this time. I just keep hitting people that are already down.
Moving up in the world.
Collapsing chair. Maybe that's a good ability. Magical voice.
Someone call the police! Tell them we're being attacked by thugs!
Go away! 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 Go
This isn't over!
Go away!
The memory of today will only strengthen our resolve!
Go away!
We're done playing around!
They're gonna firebomb my house, aren't they?
Serves you right! Don't come back!
This is our town!
Good job, everyone!
So inspiring to see you fight evil!
Yeah! Remember this day with pride!
They got what was coming to them.
Couldn't let him talk shit about the recently departed like that.
But I'm the one who got us into a scuffle. Sorry, I should have stayed calm.
Nah, don't worry about it. Now we know what they're really about. Besides,
What?
if somebody messes with one of us, they mess with all of us.
When you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. It's fucking Spider-Man.
Man, that felt good. After all this time, we got to actually do something.
Yeah, I wish those useless bums in the Seiryu clan could have seen that.
Oh, come on, they ain't that bad.
Yes, they are. We can't rely on them. I've realized something. No one's gonna protect us but us. The Yakuza aren't gonna help. I agree. These dudes are way more reliable than that dumb Seiryu clan.
Yeah. Remember this day
We should be
with
teaming up
you,
with you,
not them. You should teach
I
them
feel
another
way
lesson.
safer with you around.
That might backfire. Also, the Seiryu clan is pretty bad from all the interactions we've had with them. I don't care if you thought their leader's really cool. And that was nice. Feels like forever since I got a compliment. Yeah. Hey, Nonomiya-san. What's her deal? Oh. How is it nighttime again? It was nighttime at when we had the meeting here. Then we went and relaxed and had a bath, and it was daytime. Then we fought them, and now it's nighttime again. So like an entire day just passed. Goddamn, like just like that. I was thinking about something and I blanked.
Is it closed today? Nonomiya-san! It's me, Eri Kamataki!
Can I help you? Are you here for an interview or something?
What? Oh, no. I'm not here for an interview. And you are?
Oh, I'm Kasuga. I guess you could say I used to work here.
Really? You worked here? Oh, well, anyway. Is Nonomiya-san in right now? I'm supposed to meet with him today.
You see, well, that's a little complicated. You know...
No, what?
Well, Nonomiya-san, he died.
What? He's... I don't... He can't be... that's not...
Hey! Oh shit! I think we're losing her!
Hey! You alright?
Strong reaction. Nobody even caught her. Must have dropped like a rock.
Are you feeling better?
I'm so sorry. That was so embarrassing. I've been trying to get a hold of Nonomiya-san by phone for the longest time, but I never would have guessed he'd passed away.
Yeah, sorry to have freaked you out. By the way, what's your name?
I'm Eri. I'm president of Ichiban Confections.
Well, damn, Mary-chan. You're a president at your age? That's incredible.
Ichiban Confections? Nice! My name's Ichiban too, actually. Ichiban Kasuga. Great minds think alike.
What a coincidence. I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but it also means the best, which is why my grandfather chose it. He wanted his senbei to be the best in Yokohama.
Ah, senbei. Man, I love a good rice cracker. Anyway, how do you know Nonomiya-san?
Wait, is it the one rice cracker store that I walked into earlier and I was like, what's up with this place?
Well, Nonomiya-san was supposed to step in and take over the company. I came by today to discuss things with him.
What? Nonomiya-san? President of a legitimate business?
I mean, he was a savvy businessman, regardless of what he was selling.
Oh, right. So, Ichiban Confections only sells snacks, right? Nothing, else?
Correct. My grandfather started it back in the day, selling his prized senbei. But after he passed away, my father took over and expanded the business to other confectionaries and restaurants. We actually got to be kind of big, and we even gained a bit of a reputation in Ijincho. Until...
Until 3 years ago, when my father succumbed to an illness. My mother passed away when I was a little girl, so we didn't really have anyone we could turn to keep the business afloat. I was still a student back then, but I quit school to come back home. I wasn't about to let the dream my father and grandfather worked so hard to make a reality go to waste. I worked day in, day out to learn the business, but I guess it still wasn't enough. I'm a complete amateur, so managing everything was really difficult. And to make things worse, I got tricked into what I thought would be a good deal for us. Now most of our stores and businesses belong to a bunch of crooks.
That's messed up.
The only thing left is the senbei shop. My father and grandfather would be so ashamed of me. And with the loan I was still paying, staying in charge of the business would have only made things worse. Although I hated the thought, I'd considered closing Ichiban Confections for good. But that's when Nonomiya-san showed up and offered a helping hand. He used to be a regular of the senbei shop. And not only that, but he treated me like a daughter ever since I was a baby. When he heard about how the business was in trouble, he immediately stepped in to help. He paid off my loan in full, and even offered to help run the business, so that my grandpa's senbei could live on.
Oh, crazy. There's Nonomiya being a cool guy on the down low again. He deserved more respect than he got.
Yeah. I thought maybe this was gonna be another one of those exploiter and, you know, force her to work in his soapland situations.
I never saw him interact with his other businesses, but he was always very kind to me.
Well, I can see the guy being a regular, but stepping in to become president? Maybe he just wanted some extra cash.
It's possible, but Nonomiya had dreams of his own, you know.
He did?
Yeah, he actually did want to go legitimate. That was his dream for a long time. I had to listen to him talk about it every time he had a few too many. He said he wanted to start up his own business. Create a sort of safety net for Ijincho.
What?
You'll never believe how many of those this can be.
Ijincho has become a place for people who have nowhere else to go. So if the floor falls out from beneath a city like this, what would they have left? So, he always talked about how he wanted to create a safety net, one big enough to catch these people from falling away. Apparently, he had the same intentions for Orohime Land as well.
Well, maybe he wasn't so bad after all.
Yes, well, he also pushed his employees too hard, and he had his fingers in a lot of shady stuff, so I could never tell if he was being honest or not.
Looking back, though, his place was the only one that took us in when we had nowhere else to go. Nonomiya-san was telling the truth, if you ask me.
I think so too. I always believed in him. After all, he volunteered to take on his struggling senbei shop. I mean, there's plenty of other ways to make money in this town. Anyway, I should get going. I'm so sorry to trouble all of you.
Wait, what about your business?
I think Nonomiya-san dying is maybe the final nail.
What?
There's only so much someone like me can do in this position. If I can't find someone more competent to run things, I'll have no choice but to close up shop. Besides, this business will fizzle out sooner or later if I'm left in charge. I should take the hint. I had no place here anyway.
Hey now, is that what you really want? This place is important to you, isn't it? You'd really call it quits after everything your dad and Gramps did for it?
Well, that's not what I want at all. I loved my dad and my grandpa, and I know they poured their hearts into the shop. So it's heartbreaking to close the doors. It really is. But Nonomiya-san's gone, and most of my employees left. they knew we were in the red. I don't have anyone else I can count on. No strategy. I'm completely alone. I suppose I'm just reaping what I've sown. It was my own fault for trusting those con artists. What was I thinking? I'm so mad at myself.
Mary-chan.
All right, I got you.
Huh? Oh no.
You don't have to worry about a thing. Just leave all this company stuff to me and the gang.
Really?
But Are you sure?
Yeah, you can count on it. Meeting here like this is too much of a coincidence. And the shop's even called Ichiban Confections. That's gotta be fate. Right, guys?
What are you talking about? You don't know the first thing about running a business.
Come on, we can't just leave it like this, can we? You just leave her hanging? Plus, what about Nonomiya-san's dream to become the city's safety net? This can be our way to carry on his torch.
But don't get me wrong,
With rice crackers?
I'm all for it too, but this is actual management we're talking about.
I know, but we owe Nonomiya-san our lives, right? He was the guy who took us in when no one else would.
What?
We want to help. He gave up everything to save us. And nobody's gonna pick his dreams up off the floor unless we do.
What? That didn't happen. He didn't save our lives. We were fine-ish. We just need to look around for jobs. We didn't even look that hard. We just happened to go here first. He didn't sacrifice things for us. He was like, at best, putting himself out a little bit for his girls, maybe, if we accept everything on face value that we were kind of hinted at. And none of us are that girl. What?
Let's just think of this as paying him back.
Ichan.
Paying him back, huh? Figures you'd say that. Well, we all know there's no change in his mind now.
He was paying us like 3,000 yen to risk our lives, and we did the job. We already paid him back. We did everything we could. We did so much for him. He just happened to get murdered, seemingly maybe for unrelated reasons, by a different faction entirely. I thought it was maybe our fault for naming him. And it was like, oh no, consequences. But no, it keeps hopping between the different crime families, so it's actually unrelated to us as far as I can tell. So like, we didn't wrong him. We massively helped him out. He didn't pay us shit. The full bonus, as was established, is trash money. It was like $10 or something, or I think was like the full house bonus. It's like it was not a big deal. We did not make a lot of money. What are you talking about? He did not set us up. We're at best squatting in his abandoned building, and that's the most help he's been.
So give it all you got, Ichiban. We'll be rooting for you.
Thanks. Wait, you're gonna help too, aren't you?
Good luck, Ichiban. If anyone can pick up a failing business and use it to save the city, it's you.
I believe in you, Ichan.
Yeah, but what about you guys?
Kasuga-san, are you really sure about this?
Huh? Well, yeah. I don't go back on my word. I'll be your president, prime minister, whatever you need.
Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, Kasuga-san.
Don't mention it. Looking forward to doing this, Sari-chan.
Likewise. Okay then. If it's all right with you, why don't I show you around the company?
Sure.
It'll be easy.
You got this, Mr. President.
Hail to the chief.
President Kasuga.
Come on, guys.
And it was introduced via a side story being introduced. So this is going to be like side career 5,000 over the course of this playthrough. So it's another fun hobby for me to pick up. Kasuga, you are never going to find out what's up with your dad guy. Ever. George Takei never shows up in this game ever again. We'll get to him again in Yakuza 9. I had to take a little break. Oh, controller disconnected. Then how am I pressing this button?
Well, this is it. This is the first floor, which is our little senbei shop.
I was right. I've been here before.
Oh, have you always been here?
The shop has, But the company itself was headquartered in a much bigger building with a lot more employees before it was taken over.
Well, define
But in
always.
the end, the business took a turn for the worse, and we ended up back here. The office is on the second floor. Please, follow me.
Right behind you.
I want to see a senbei shop. That seems so neat. I like these things.
Oh, so this is the office.
You'll have to excuse the mess we've got going right now.
Hey, Eri-chan, welcome back. Is this the guy you were texting me about?
Yes, Kasuga-san will be helping with the company in the place of Nonomiya-san. Kasuga-san, this is my grandmother. She's the only family I have left. She helps out with the shop downstairs on days when she feels well enough.
I'm Tome Kamataki. Nice to meet you.
Tome-san, huh? I'm Ichiban Kasuga. Nice to meet you too.
Older gentleman. Unique hairdo. Thick build, toned muscles. Quite a boyfriend you've got yourself, Eri-chan.
Grandma? He's not my boyfriend. Were you even listening?
How do you see my muscles through a suit?
Honestly, sorry about that, Kasuga-san.
It's cool.
Give me your X-ray vision. I would benefit greatly from it.
Huh?
What does a chicken have to do with rice crackers?
Whoa! Why is there a chicken here?
That's Omelette, our company pet. Well, I guess she's more like the company mascot. She's a good girl, though. You won't have to worry about anything. In fact, the company uses her eggs.
Right on. Nice to meet you, Omelette.
This
Okay.
chicken poops everywhere.
Perhaps this would be a good time to go over the basics of management. This is gonna be quite a tutorial, so just let me know when you have the time.
Sure.
Just a tutorial outside. Is this where can you just leave? Do you even have to do it? Save area, you know? Hear her out. Yeah. At this point, I'm starting to think that, like, where's the tab? I think like 10 of the sub-stories by the end of the game are going to be the mandatory tutorials for some kind of side thing that itself does not feature a sub-story, which is a bizarre economy for sub-stories for one of these games. Anything in here? A lot of rice cakes in here. How long do they go before they go bad? Is it just decorative? Do they cycle them out? I wonder about that stuff. I went to a fine dining Japanese restaurant and they had this like top shelf near the ceiling that had like display things of a bunch of like dried goods, and I'm like, how long have those been there? I assume they're just display only forever, but it just feels weird on some level.
I'm ready to start your training whenever you are. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right then, here we go.
How long could it be? Management! Business management. This is a business management simulation in which Kasuga tries on the role of company president in order to bring Ichiban Confection straight to the top. If you want to become the best company in Yokohama, you need to reach #1 spot in the share price ranking. Management is played out in 2 phases, day-to-day business and shareholder meetings. Kasuga will run the business a total of 4 times, then give a financial report at the shareholder meeting at the end of each period. In keeping with good business practices, Kasuga cannot use company funds as his personal piggy bank, nor can he use any of his personal funds to fund the company. But does he get paid for this? I assume they have to make it completely divorced from the economy of the main game, probably because like they kind of already made the mistake of Yakuza 0, in that Yakuza 0 accidentally made the real estate the entire game. There's a whole story you can play, but Kiryu gets this like big business management thingy which is basically just like an idle game. It's like it all generates value in real time. And so you just keep checking in on these things and you keep expanding until you own the entire monopoly board of Kamurocho, essentially, with your giant pile of money. But then they made it so that you buy skills in that game with money, which I think they never did again for the rest of the series since then or before. But in Zero, you could buy your way through the entire sphere grids. You could buy your way through the entire sphere grid of skills just with money. And they made you have an infinite money generator in the form of the real estate game, which in particular wasn't tied to in-game clock or like in-game like it wasn't tied to in-game events. Like there wasn't like a specific budget of how much time could pass in the game. It was tied to just real life time passing. You could just let the game have the game run, or even come back. I don't remember if it was real time clock, like you could come back the next day, or if you had to continually have the game running, but it was completely independent of you progressing the game in other ways. So it'd be like as if you played Final Fantasy 15 and like you could do all this dungeon crawling and role play and blah 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 exploration, but none of that leveled you up that much. And instead there was a completely separate game of like fucking cookie clicker in the corner. And that was what really leveled up your character. And it was completely divorced from the rest of the game. It's probably one of the worst ideas of Yakuza 0, from what I can remember. Just in the fact that it so heavily made the way you level up Kiryu dependent on a completely different game that had nothing to do with what you were doing the rest of the time you're playing the game. So yeah, there's a reason why they're not letting my economy and this game's economy interact with each other. They say one of the best ways to boost profits is to boost sales. Let's try running the business once we get a feel for how management works. Once to get a feel for how management works. Alright, open the business. We lose half of our existing money. Cool.
We got a job to do.
We are projected to lose all of our money. Ah, minus 370, it's even worse. The employees are very motivated. Do I play the game at all, or do I just watch this happen? So he's generating anti-loss. We lose that money up front just for opening it, and then he tries to get this much back. But then it's like some amount of what his energy level is, and I can fast forward to not sit here for 3 hours. Business concluded. Okay. So I lost 200 grand, which is actually less than... Oh, nope, there it goes. Miscellaneous expenses. The surplus labor costs. Wah, 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 wow.
Oh, we're kind of bleeding money here.
Everyone levels up.
Tanking.
Share price dropped. Okay, we're a micro enterprise that's ready to become a sweatshop. Cool.
We'll just have to make up for it.
Our ranking dropped.
Oh, we dropped the sweatshop. Okay. That might make us unethical at this point. Whoops.
And that's about all there is to managing a business.
What?
So? Not too hard, is it?
I lost in every conceivable way and I didn't learn anything about what to do. What are you talking about? That wasn't even a tutorial. What happened? How did I play the game? Whoop, that's all you need to know. I lost and didn't do anything.
Yo, wait up. You're acting like this is in the bag, but we're flat broke. Broke as hell.
You didn't have to put it like that.
Right now, all we have on staff is a bunch of deadbeats. And don't even get me started on the furniture and equipment. Of course we're in the red.
So what can we do?
We'll have to invest. We need to advertise, hire competent staff, get new equipment, maybe some new furniture while we're at it.
And we're gonna pay for all that how?
Good question.
And what the hell do we do?
That's where you come in.
Seriously? What kind of mess did I get myself into?
Alright, well, first off, let's think about how we'll get the money to cover the infrastructure and new hires.
I don't know if anyone would be willing to invest in us. I suppose we'll have to take out another loan? And after Nonomiya-san just repaid the last one, too.
Would you know anybody? Someone with money? Or a rich friend? Or maybe someone from your childhood who grew up to be an oil baron?
Look, I'm unemployed and ex-Yakuza. Why would I have... Wait.
What is it?
No, he wouldn't. Would he? That's where I'm at. Come on, Nick. I want to do this. For both the company and Nonomiya-san's sake.
The
I
giant
just need
rice
a little
cake.
bit of financing, I think it's called. Please, man, can you help me out?
What is her animation? She's eating a giant rice cake and she keeps like looking back and forth like a squirrel, like somebody who's like scouting out to see if they're safe as they continue to like stuff the stuff in their face.
You okay there, Nick?
Excellent! Your kindness and consideration for others is truly moving. Color me impressed, downright emotional. Consider it done. I'd be thrilled to invest in your company.
Really? Man, thanks, Nick.
That said, I'm no novice when it comes to management. I can't just throw money at you like it's nothing. If you want the funds, you have to meet my 3 conditions.
It's Akiyama number 2. Here we go.
Conditions?
Indeed. If you can agree to them, consider the investment yours.
Seriously? Okay, yeah, man, whatever it takes. So, what are these conditions?
First condition, the company must never be in the red. Now, I don't ever want to see a minus next to company funds. And that includes the starting capital I'm about to give you. If I do, I'll have arrangements made to counter this on my end. This is by no means free money, and I am not a charity. Sound good so far?
Yeah, that's fine.
Very well. Second condition. I want the company's share price ranking to be within Yokohama's top 100 by the specified deadline.
Share what now?
Ranking. It's what measures a company's value. If the share price goes up, so does the ranking. And I want your company to be in the top 100. Knowing you and your company's potential, it should be a piece of cake. So the deadline is simply there to keep you motivated. I'll contact you later regarding the deadline. Condition 2 suit you fine?
Yeah. What's condition 3?
The last condition. And you can take all the time you need with this one. I want you to become the #1 company in the share price ranking.
Best of the best, huh?
I want that little confectionery of yours to be the crown jewel of Yokohama. In other words, get out there and get to the top. I'm not willing to invest my money into anyone who can't fulfill these conditions. So, what'll it be?
You got yourself a deal. I don't fully understand it, but I'm gonna do my best. I'll see to it that Ichiban Confections becomes the biggest company in Yokohama.
Then we're on the same page. Okay. With that, I'll go get the first portion of the investment ready for you. You're free to use the money for whatever you like, be that improving infrastructure or personnel logistics and training.
Awesome. Thanks a bunch, Nick.
No need to thank me. I'm expecting some kind of return once your company is good and stable. Looking forward to the results. Well, adios.
Just look at all this money! Wow, boyfriend, you actually did it! I'd be all over you if I was younger.
Gee, thanks, lady. I'll take that as a compliment.
This is amazing! Thank you, Kasuga-san!
Save your thanks for Nick Ogata. Besides, it's not like this came with no strings attached. There are conditions.
No dropping into the red, be in the top 100 share price ranking by the specified deadline, and ultimately take the top rank in share price. These are his conditions?
Yeah, and I'm not about to disappoint the man. I made a promise to fulfill them.
Top 100? That's gonna be tough. So we'll have to make sure we do our very best.
Well, let's start by using this money to get this company back on its feet again. Kasuga-san, just let me know when you're ready to begin.
You got it.
Okay, but how do you do it? Reach the top 100? How?
I think it's about time we put Nick-san's money to use and start rebuilding this company. What do you think?
I have no idea.
Let's do it.
How do I
Then
play?
without further ado, let's begin.
Kasuga-san, I think it'd be wise to maximize Nick-san's investment by reviewing the current state of the company. Let's start by checking on Ichiban Confections. Properties. Now, properties allows you to buy or sell properties, as well as improve those you own. But right now, I feel we should focus on assigning our employees. As it turns out, I'm not too sure what will work best for us. Kasuga-san, I'll leave review of the assigned employees to you. So I can't even do the other menus till later. Oh, I have a second slot for a second property. Okay. Each property has ability requirements that affect profit. If your product, services, and reputation are not up to par, you may face difficulties in the business, like diminishing sales and unforeseen issues. Make sure to stay above the product, service, and reputation requirements by switching around your assigned employees. Okay, so you two are both trash, basically. The leader is somebody that provides a whole bunch of product, apparently. And we need somebody who... We need more service and notability. We get notability from a stupid chicken. And I'm guessing Grandma gives more service. Is she actively bad at notability? Oh, notability here. Service. Product. There you go. So the categories have different backgrounds and affects how much they affect the particular thing or something? Nicely done, Kasuga-san. Employees are assigned and ready to go. Continuing on, please check the employees assigned to Ichiban Confections. Go to the employees to check the details of your employees. Select employees and employee list. Well, you said the employee word 4 times on that page. Employees. We have 5 employees, but to be honest, the wages we're paying out are one of the biggest detriments to our profits. This is going to sound terrible, but laying off 2 employees might be necessary to get back on track. Kasuga-san, please lay off 2 employees who are not currently assigned to the property. Just... Bye. I literally am not allowed to not do this. The wages of employees who are not assigned to a property are paid in the form of surplus labor costs, which are deducted from sales. Try to avoid risking your business by laying off these employees when conditions are not satisfactory. Great, we should be able to. We should start seeing some improvements from here on out. That's all that's left for now. See how the dice fall, blah blah blah. You can also strengthen properties from the Manage Properties menu. How we handle that is up to you, Kasuga-san. How do I strengthen? Upgrade? Invest in service and print some product notability, and then sales volume. So if I increase my service, I can then increase sales volume. But you need to be able to actually meet the threshold for each one or you get in trouble. So that might further increase our expected profit. Maybe.
Job to do.
So a big old track is put out for him to run on, and you just hope he can like run further than the red part to make profit instead of anti-profit.
Pretty lucky. it rain.
Waka waka. Green numbers. And they level up, so they become stronger. And I'm back up, so I'm no longer... Am I back to being a micro enterprise?
Keep it up.
Our ranking went up.
I went up 1 rank after losing 2 last time. Wow.
Hell yeah, we actually made a profit.
Amazing! We did it! And all thanks to Nick-san's investment.
Having an investor makes all the difference, it seems. It just goes to show the importance of where you put your money.
Right. To invest in people or infrastructure. There are so many ways to do this right here and now, but we should also consider how the money can be used in the future.
Money for the future. I guess it all boils down to making the right choice at the right time. There's more to this than I thought.
I'd say we're on the right track, seeing as we made a profit this time. Ichiban Confections is finally making a comeback. Let's continue working our way into the top 100, Kasuga-san. President Kasuga.
You know it.
I always find it very funny whenever Yakuza talks about economical things, because like for everything else, it's like big, severe deals, and oh my god, immigration, and they don't have birthright citizenship. All these other things are really complicated and messy. Then they get to the economical stuff when they talk about it like a children's cartoon.
Wow, the invisible head in the market, and the CEO just has to make the right choices at the right time, and
And they
wow, this is more complicated than I thought.
But they're talking about it like in hilariously simple terms. You're like, it's not very complicated apparently. We just fixed this business in 5 minutes, and I barely know what it even does. I mean, it sells crackers, but I barely know like what anyone does at it, or what it takes to run a business. I just made why didn't anyone ever think to make the red numbers green? Whoa. So anyway, that's not a very exciting minigame, so if I grind at it, it's probably going to be mostly off camera, but I'll let you know if plot comes up at some point. Maybe when that deadline is hit.
Hell of a day. And we've got our gig at the Yokohama Trading Company tomorrow. Again.
Guess we should just head back and hit the hay.
Yeah, it's not healthy to stay up too late.
Who are you, the sleep police? I'll go to bed when I'm ready.
Come on, we're buddies now. So trust me, you need your beauty sleep.
She doesn't have a thing for me, does she? You ever notice how she only picks on me? Maybe that's what she does to men she's secretly attracted to.
You literally only ever conceptualize women as being sex objects or in the process of being attracted to someone or something like that. Or do you work in that? And oh, do you get a free... Oh my god, someone got to look at your underwear? Like, it's all you're ever thinking about, man. Like, chill.
Not a chance in hell, old boy.
Hey, how about I make dinner for everyone?
Wow, you can cook?
Like a chef.
Why'd you say it like that?
I'll just go buy some ingredients. Nanchan, come with me and carry the bags.
Nanchan? Here we go.
She sure seems happy about falling in with us. But what? I wonder if it's really the best thing for her, you know?
I guess it is a dangerous bridge she's crossing with us. But it's what she wants. Just because she's having a little fun with it doesn't mean she ain't committed. Shouldn't we respect that?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, be back in 2 shakes.
You never questioned whether or not anyone else should have responsibilities. I said responsibilities, didn't I? I said something weird on autopilot. I'm like, they never questioned whether or not anyone else is like personal responsible for their decisions here. Like, you're like, are you sure he's gonna throw in with this? But he's got a whole life ahead of him, Mr. Adachi. It's like, what? So it's like singling her out. You sure went hard last night, huh? It was a nice change of pace. Yeah, guess we should head to the warehouse.
What's up?
We gotta get to the bottom of this shady stuff quick. I can't handle much more of it.
Okay, 谢谢. Next.
Damn, I'm stuck in cutscene loops.
1 million yuan. Just a minute.
I was just thinking that stopping before the next day of work would be a good time to stop the episode, but
There's not enough.
they're not letting me walk around.
Excuse me, boss?
What is it?
There isn't enough money in the safe.
Huh? Oh, well, we have had a lot of shipments lately.
不好意思，小偷的现金见底了，下次一起付给你们。
喂，这个当初讲好的不一样吧？批发价会算你这么便宜，就是因为说好当场付现的。没钱的话，东西我们可要收回去了。
知道了，我去银行抽钱回来。30分钟后，你们再过来。
这次可要准备好啊！
放心了，相信我。
Wait right here.
Yes, sir.
What the? That wooden box.
What the heck? This is just paper.
Do they use paper in Chinese food?
In the food? That'd be weird.
Are they paying everyone with counterfeit money?
钱筹好了没？
Oh, it's not here yet.
不好意思，让你们久等了。
Is their entire business run on counterfeit money? Because that would definitely lead to them profiting a lot, if none of the money's real.
What? Counterfeit bills?
When did she say that? Wait, the edit. Oh, okay. The editing's been confusing.
Those have got to be fake. Unbelievable. I mean, it's fucking weird, right? Where'd all that extra money come from?
We did have to go to the bank.
No, he went to the second floor.
It's a minor thing, but I gotta say, a J cut does not work if there's a loading screen in the middle of it. So that's the when you have the audio from the next scene play before the camera cuts to the new scene. That's a cinematic technique that works pretty well. It's a neat like what, and then it leads into the conversation. A loading screen in the middle of it does not work, and especially on other consoles, it might have had a much longer loading screen.
Never set foot outside. I saw him. And when he came back down, he was carrying the case of money.
Could be they've got a safe up there. Who knows how much would be in it?
But then why not move a sufficient amount from there to here? Why did I come up short?
There's always the explanation that someone was just lazy.
If all he needed to do was go up to another safe, he wouldn't have asked for half an hour.
Good point.
Let me get this straight. When the vendor asked for payment, there wasn't enough cash.
So then the boss got more money from somewhere in this building.
And that's where the box comes in, remember? There was a box with paper in it, next to the ones with shark fins and abalone and stuff.
Yeah, just reams and reams of paper.
Before he paid the guy, the foreman took that paper up to the second floor.
Wait, are you saying the paper is...
It's what they use to print the fake money. They make that shit right there.
You think they have that kind of printer?
They've gotta.
What, and all the stuff they're importing, they just buy it with their fake-ass money? I don't know. Seems like a damn foolish plan.
But it's possible.
Whoever brought you here knew about this plan somehow, because they put a half-printed counterfeit bill in your jacket. They expected you to somehow be on a collision course for this plot, though? I don't know how they expected you to get here.
They do make all their payments up front with cash. That's really unusual in this day and age, especially with the sales volume they have.
Another good point.
There has to be some reason why they would refuse to use a bank. And I think their big profits tell the same story.
Me too.
Maybe it sounds believable to you two, but not to me.
But it's right there. The reason they pay in cash is to use their fake money. Can't do that with a bank. That would also explain why they're able to sell at cost. The profits would be crazy doing it this way.
After all, they're essentially getting their product for free. Plus, the seller takes the fake bills to China, where they won't be traced back to Japan. That's bold, but in a way, airtight. Mabuchi's a sharp guy.
Maybe his primary goal is to hide where the money comes from.
What, you mean money laundering?
When I was in prison, I heard some guys in my room talking. They said foreign currency is easier to fake than yen. But the problem was, you have no way of turning that fake money into yen. If you take it to the bank, they'll know it's fake right away. Maybe that's why Mabuchi is laundering the shit with a cash-only trading company.
The products are just a front for the money laundering.
Sounds like we have a lead on Mabuchi's fraudulent scheme. Let's use this to threaten him. We've got leverage now.
Wait, this is all just speculation so far. We need to find solid proof that he's counterfeiting money. Proof that will really force his hand.
What if we snuck up to the second floor and took a picture of the money printer?
No way would it be that easy. If they have a printer up there, security on that floor will be tight as hell. And if we get caught, it won't just be a slap on the wrist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's not do anything super dangerous. We only need to sneak out one fake bill. Saeko,
you already have one.
You already have access to the fake money.
Yeah, but didn't I tell you about the body check they do on me when I leave?
You have one right now.
I see why. They're doing that to ensure I don't take any of the fakes.
No one's thinking about the fake dollar.
They don't check us guys. We're just unloading crates. Could you slip us a bill while we're working?
I could try.
You have to be really careful.
Of course.
Nice. Tomorrow I can say goodbye to all this manual labor.
I'm actually feeling kind of excited about this plan.
Then I'll make us an exciting dinner tonight. We'll all need our energy. Nanchan, we're going shopping again.
Me again? I'm beat.
No worries, I'll go.
Their entire plan is to sneak out a fake bill, but he already has a fake bill. Like, how are they going to verify that the fake bill is from here specifically and not just a fake bill they have on hand for evidence at random? Because if all they need is any fake bill to make the accusation, he already has one in his pocket right now that no one's talking about, and that's weird.
Ichiban, you used to be a Yakuza, right?
Yeah.
Your old life must have been a scary one. Was it hard on you?
Guess so. But what counts as scary is different for everyone, isn't it? And, you know, it changes over time and all that.
And I'm a cartoon character.
I understand. I'll tell you something. The old me would have no idea what to do in this situation. But the new me? It feels like she can do anything. Or at the very least, what used to scare her just doesn't anymore.
Sounds great. But you still gotta remember what actually is dangerous and be careful.
You worry too much. Come on, let's go.
Whew, and we're back. Is there a thing happening 5 feet behind me, or is this a turn-in point? No! Leave me alone. Although I do have a closing thought I wanted to go on, which is that during my break, I was thinking about collapsing chair may boost your own attack. I was thinking about how the game handles gender and how the series handles gender, which, I don't know, some people might be stewing on that, as me being all SJW about the video game or whatever, although given how my audience has shifted over time, maybe everyone's just on board for this discussion because it's just kind of relevant to the entire series and really hard not to think about. What really stuck with me when I had time to think about it was the fact that you get a female party member and she can't do... Let's see. It's another report spot. Those are weird. It's weird that you have report back spots. Why don't you just get rewarded immediately? Whatever. But you get a female party member finally, And specifically what's really weird is that she can't have as many jobs as everybody. She needs to have, like, women exclusive jobs and nothing else. And that's kind of weird. It's weird that everybody else can have a billion jobs, but she can only have a handful of women's jobs, and that's it. Even when it's something as crazy as being a freaking thief. It's just very strange. Because it's like, it leads to weird cracks in the genre. See, what we're doing now is like, if you look at the rest of Yakuza, you can at least interpret a lot of the misogyny built into the series as being setting appropriate, in that there is a lot of misogyny in the culture of the people interacting and a lot of the stuff, especially like, I'm not gonna like pretend that like crime syndicates are progressive or anything. So like it's not that surprising that the Yakuza themselves are all men and so on and so forth. The game could, the series could still frame women very differently than it does. The fact that women are almost exclusively sex workers or bartenders and so on, or even some kind of variation of spy and stuff like that. That'll get a little weird. Like, I know that it's like, it's in the roots of noir as a genre, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's always a great idea. It's kind of like how cyberpunk is itself full of a lot of Orientalism, and really weird presentations of Japanese culture are built into a lot of cyberpunk, and that doesn't really have to be that way. You can enjoy other parts of cyberpunk without being weird about Japan at the same time. And here in a Japanese game, like, you can do a noir detective, or like a game that's riffing on a lot of noir ideas with all the conspiracies, and you're always investigating something and so on. And you can do that without always dealing with the idea that every woman has to be like a femme fatale or a sex worker and so on. And it leads to weird characterization throughout the series, like how Akiyama is supposed to be this really virtuous, cool guy. The game acts like he's like really, like he's cracked all of capitalism and also morality, and he's like setting people straight and setting them on track for good lives. But because the game is so obsessed with this presentation of women and so on, Yakuza 4 and 5 constantly frame Akiyama as a sex trafficker because of what he does with the women that he has explicit power over in these dynamics, because he has the ability to give them a life-changing 0% interest loan, and that's what he does. And he doesn't do that to any of the men. All the men have to like do public service or a chore or something, and all the women have to do sex work. Like, it's upsetting. It's like a really weird way that the game's handled this. What I find interesting here is that we're accidentally negatively characterizing Ichiban here, because what's going on here especially is that we have a female combatant finally in one of these games, but on some level I can't help but think that maybe she's only allowed to be a female combatant because we're now in a like JRPG style combat system, and so it's like combat is abstracted. It's not, we're not watching a woman get beaten up with heat actions and so on. We're just like, she's doing abstract JRPG combat, so it's fine. And like, that feels like that's the justification for finally letting her be in the party, which feels a little weird. But then we get into the weirdness of how like JRPGs can, I'm not gonna say they're blanket progressive or anything, but like they can do interesting things due to their disinterest in gender, like as a genre. And so we're kind of infringing upon a thing with JRPGs, and like not really keeping up our side of the bargain with Yakuza here a little bit. Because like, yes, when you play something like Final Fantasy X, for example, Yuna is a summoner, and Lulu is a spellcaster. So like the female characters are frequently castery type people, but Riku is a little combat rogue lady. And obviously in Final Fantasy VII, Tifa punches the fuck out of people. Specifically, she gets like the coolest scene in all of Final Fantasy VII Advent Children when she fights Rude in the church, I think. It's fucking awesome. She just fights people and she gets her ass beat and she beats ass, and it just does, it's like she's a full combatant like you'd expect. And a lot of that's the heightened reality of JRPG magical combat stuff to some extent, and it's also just like some realism even of just like women can actually learn how to fight and so on. So it's weird to be like, we're gonna be a JRPG like Dragon Quest. And I don't know, I haven't played Dragon Quest specifically, but as a fantasy JRPG, I kind of get the feeling that if it has a job system where people are swapping jobs, it probably doesn't segregate them into men and women roles in this kind of way. I imagine that if it lets you hop swap jobs, you probably get to do everything you want. Akin to like how Final Fantasy X-2 introduced Pain, who was a super badass lady, in part because potentially I think she was originally written to be a man, and then they just changed her gender and then changed nothing about the writing, which led to everyone's favorite, like very lesbian coded badass lady. But in Final Fantasy X-2, you got the dress spheres, which is a women-y way of coding your magical class thing. But specifically, it's noteworthy that every single person in that game can swap between all of their different classes, and everyone can be every class. So like, even big tough Pain doesn't have unique classes. Yuna and Riku can have all the same classes as Pain, and they also just get to be any class they want. And in a lot of games that I've played that let you swap classes around in general, they might have some kind of like hierarchy or like unlocking system about related classes or something, but like if people are able to swap to anything, the women and the men are all equally able to be all the different classes. I think that's how stuff like, I don't know, Final Fantasy Tactics worked or whatever. I don't know, I haven't played it for like 20 years. But like specifically, women get to be on an even playing field in a lot of this genre. Also, I think I mixed it up. I think I was thinking of Fang from Final Fantasy 13, I think was written to be a man originally, and then swapped out. And it did have a similar effect, to be honest. They're easy characters to mix up a little bit, Fang and Pain. Pain is just less remembered because fewer people played Final Fantasy X-2, but I did. I remember them awkwardly having to refer to Tidus as him in all the voice acting because he was named by the player in the previous game, so they couldn't say his name ever, which is very funny. I didn't beat the game because I got lost in what the fuck was happening at some point, but I did like it at some point. So it's like, it's weird to make the JRPG of Yakuza games and then be like, and the girl gets to be... Oh. Like, I raised an eyebrow about the homeless guy being like, I have homeless guy powers. But at least homeless guy is just one quirky, somewhat insensitive looking job, akin to like how there's enemies that are like, I'm the Dine and Dasher, I'm fat, and I fight people with food, and you're like, okay guys, I get it, Yakuza's not the most progressive franchise ever, it happens, but damn. But like the homeless guy gets to do everything. So like, there's a great equality here where the ex-cop and the prisoner and the homeless guy, they have all the same aptitudes except for their one starting class. So Saeko is uniquely excluded from this stuff, and that's weird. And it seems to speak to the idea that maybe even to like the fact that they have costumes and they had to like, they were really fixated on having the costumes be gendered and sticking to that, so literally everything has to be gendered. And so she gets like barmaid and hostess and idol, and it's like, they're not even all the female roles that you see in Yakuza. Like, they had made these two up, basically. These aren't even things that come up in Yakuza, unlike barmaid, hostess, and idol. But it's also like, these are like, not combat jobs at all. So just like describing things women do in Yakuza, and then completely segregating it off. And that's just a weird thing to do. But in particular, on top of everything else, I just want to point out, and this is like the biggest point I have potentially, and kind of why this all gets more significant and why it becomes characterization for Ichiban specifically. He's delusional. These fights don't look like this. In fact, part of the so like there's no reason Saeko can't have laser guns, because like these fights aren't real. Some kind of conflict happens, and we get to see Ichiban's fake version of it, where he fights like people the size of ogres. And he beats people with a bat and they're fine, and he can, I don't know, beat people up with beer or something that he's not even carrying around. Like, all these jobs are nonsense. He's a musician attack. He's gonna fight with music. So he gets to have quirky jobs, and that's understood as being fine because the combat is nonsense and not actually a literal representation of what's happening. But the women can't. It's too much suspension of disbelief being broken, apparently, to have her pick up a hammer, even though the fights aren't real in universe. They're not real in universe. It's just weird. I'm not saying the game's bad. This isn't like a giant deal breaker for me. I'm not making a huge deal out of it. in any real way. I'm just explaining the thought process and breaking this down because I find it interesting to talk about. This is how deeply gender is important to the Yakuza franchise, is that even when they're having abstract JRPG combat, you still can't let the women be like the men. They like, even when they're in the combat, they have to get their own special version of combat where they can only be specific things that are all femme-coded, and it's just like very strange. But that's just how deeply that thought process goes with these games. They're really committed to it. And I don't know what to make of that entirely. I don't know. Also just a pain in the ass to be like, okay, there's an entire separate category of weapon types and classes just for the women, and there might not even be a second woman. At this point in the game, you might think she's the only woman in the entire game, and for all I know, she might be. So you're like, are all these systems just for her, and nobody else gets to interact with these things? Because that's weird too. What if one of her classes was good and I wanted somebody else to be one of those classes? That'd be frustrating, actually. And you want to be able to like double up or who knows what. It's like, it's literally just less expression and less freedom. And it's like, leave it to the player to be like, oh well, she's a woman, so she should be the white mage or whatever. But like, no, it's enforced. You don't get the choice. And even though we're becoming it's an RPG, it's like if they want to be an RPG, those are about the choices. Just strange to me. Like they never, in Golden Sun, Mia doesn't have the inability to do, like I can call down the Ragnarok spell as Mia just as well as I can with Isaac and so on. Anyway, rant over. That's gonna be it for now. And I'll pick up the story next time. These episodes are getting long.